Oh, here we go. There we go. We got Lance. There he is.
Oh!
What up, bro? How's it going?
What's up, bro?
How's it going, man? I was just telling everyone, somebody said it's going to be the last year, and I said, well, the new year actually doesn't even start until April 1st.
Yeah, no, absolutely. That whole thing was to get us more confused. The real New Year is supposed to be in the spring when there's life. They wouldn't make a New Year in the middle of winter when it's gray. It's just more of that rhetoric to keep us confused and discombobulated. Just like the lunar calendar we've been talking about, Sammy.
Lunar calendar, right? Is it 28 moon cycles? 28 days of the month? We have, if you divide 365 by 13, it gives you 28. So that's when we're supposed to have the new year, April 1st. And that's when they call it.
Unzonked. What's going on, Unzonked?
Yeah, that was the one I was talking to him. What up, guys? Hey, if you guys are just jumping in the live now, give us a couple double taps. Help us reach 1,000 likes. Lance and I will be linking up to make more content within the next week here. We're pretty excited.
Yeah, Unzonked 13-month lunar calendar, because that's how everything was off the lunar pattern. And they get us all discombobulated, the Gregorian calendar, to get us locked into the matrix. But that was all made up by all these cucks with a capital C, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, somebody asked, who changed the calendar, did you? No, we did not change the calendar. If we could change the calendar, we'd change it to a 13-month.
Solunus Ecad Amon. Lance, am I one of what? Am I who of who, homie?
Yeah, it's an incomplete sentence. You gotta specify what you're saying there, Solunus.
Yeah. Are you calling me a cuck? No, I am not a cuck. I'm Lance from Upstate. Go check my content. You can see me on all platforms. I've been around for a minute in the truther community here. We're not familiar with each other.
All right, hey, let's tell the people how I met you, bro, because we're about to launch a big journey right now across the United States where we're going to go continue to dig up truth and post content together. I found you on this platform. If it wasn't for TikTok, and I had no idea where you that you were, gosh, within I don't like dropping locations, but you were about an hour away from me, bro. And I'm like, yo, is this my long lost brother? Who is this guy?
Yeah, Sammy and I was live one night, and it's kind of a funny thing. My account used to be called Guts and Glory Ranch. I started social media initially to help veterans. I'm a 100% disabled combat veteran. I'll talk about that. It doesn't bother me. But I walked away from my career to help veterans, and it was Guts and Glory Ranch. That's the name of my business, and it's all about holistic healing, health, and stuff like that. Something happened, and I kind of went down this other rabbit hole of truth and changed my name to Lance from Upstate, just because, being in New York and upstate New York, it's different than the city, but everybody, wanted everybody to know that from upstate New York. So Sammy was cruising one night on live and comes across me and sees the name Lance from Upstate and figures, maybe I'm from upstate New York. And this was, how long ago was this, Sammy, that we met each other through TikTok?
Probably somewhere around 5 to 7 months right now.
Yeah, it's got to be somewhere in there. And that's how Sammy and I kicked it off. And we were only about, at that point, we were only minutes from each other.
You were live streaming at the ranch, and you were in your kitchen, and I said, I saw Upstate, and I'm like, bro, this guy might be from upstate New York like me. That's where I'm currently residing. And when I heard the topic of discussion, I forget, you were talking about the sky or some sort of truth. I said, dude, this guy's like, I could get along with this guy. And I commented a few times. I said, bro, I'm from this area. And we finally met up, bro. Finally met up.
I see, not to cut you off, Sammy, we got some awesome people in the comments here. My Awaken Inner Peace with Tina, she's amazing. Solunus, you don't think we're supposed to eat any flesh or dairy? Yeah, I agree. And this is something that I talk to Sam about all the time. I've cut out most meat out of my diet. I still eat fish, but I eat primarily fruits and vegetables. I do a lot of fasting, drink a lot of water, live water from springs. Like I go out into the mountains and get my own water. But that's what Sam and I started talking about. I was in my kitchen cooking. That's when I used to do those lives in my kitchen, Sammy, cooking food and just talking to everybody while I cook my farm fresh eggs or sourdough pancakes from my own sourdough. And here's Johnny.
What up?
Oh, this is the first time I'm meeting Johnny. What up, Austin?
How you doing, buddy?
How's it going? How's it
Good,
going,
you?
man? You're the man behind the voice.
Yeah, that's me.
And Lance, I don't think people know, in the viewers right now, I don't think they know you're in your background right now. I don't know if you versed it to them, the vehicle.
Oh yeah, no, I haven't shown
them?
anybody. I haven't shown anybody yet on TikTok or social media the van. I know Tina's on here. Tina, check out my van. Can I stay in your driveway, Tina? So I got a van.
Yep.
We're still working.
We're
Still working on it.
Yep. And then of course I'll show you guys my van. My van's cool. It's not as big as Lance's, but it works.
And that thing is so awesome. The Freedom Camper. Sammy and I had an awesome trip to PA together to go pick that thing up. And honestly, I think I want to get one for the bed of my truck. I'm hanging on my truck right now. I mean, that thing is 200. I mean, for that thing, it weighs what, 200 pounds, 240 pounds or something like that?
No, it weighs 197. And if you guys want to see the full video of Lance and I picking up this camper, it's on my YouTube channel, FoodShelterWater on YouTube. I can spin the camera so you guys can see it. I can never figure out how to spin the camera on here. TikTok really needs to work on that. They don't make it super streamlined. Oh, flip your camera. There we go. Here we are. Flip your camera. Flipped. Anyway, so yeah, this is the Freedom Camper, guys. They're from a company out of, is it Mansfield, Pennsylvania? Somewhere out of PA. And they're just a little over $3,000. And they're R31 insulated. You get windows. I've got a fan, a vent, etc. And yeah, anyways, the full episode is on my YouTube channel if you guys want to see it. Lance and I took a road trip to PA to pick it up. It was pretty fun.
Yeah, that was a great time. Because they sell them out of Maine as well. So they have 2 locations. But it's the same people that own Redneck Blinds is what bought them out, right?
Yep. Or either bought them out or started them. But yeah, Redneck Blinds. Redneck Blinds. Yep.
Yeah. No, it across the street from me, actually, Sammy. So right across the street, that's the Taunton State Hospital right here. It's one of the most haunted psychiatric hospitals in the country. But that's where I went live with Batman. That was the first time him and I ever got together. That was springtime, and we went live at that hospital there. Unzonked, why? You got a generator for me? You want to gift me one?
Hey, thank you for the gifts, Ryan. Lance's beard is killer, homie. Yes, Lance does have a killer beard. I'm already getting ready to shave mine, Lance. I need to grow it out.
You can't do that. Hey, LJ, Cosmic Sister, we love you too. I saw your comments earlier. LJ, look at the sun just beating back there. Look how wildly long this hair is getting right now. The longest it's been in my adult life. It's blonde, shaggy hair.
Oh, the blonde looks good on you, dude.
Oh, thanks, bro.
No doubt. You're my long-lost brother, Lance.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Yo, Unzonked, I was just kidding around. Sammy and I were actually just talking about that, about generators and stuff. Because I need a generator. Because I want to take this thing up, and we're going to be, I mean, I don't know if y'all know this or not, but Sammy and I are going to be taking some pictures of Sasquatch. It's absolutely happening. Sabe. Y'all know.
I am a cameraman, and I've always got cameras all over me, everywhere. So it'll be, if there's a chance to get a photograph of him and Sabe's cool with it, I'll be snagging that photo.
Oh, we're getting a photograph. we're going to go photograph. How you doing, Cosmic Sister? You're amazing. We appreciate you very much. Thank you. I'm glad you appreciate my wild hair. Yeah, Unzonked, Nephilim, Sasquatch. So actually, Sammy, I think that you and I are talking about this, but for anybody else listening, I don't know if y'all are familiar with a documentary called Missing 411. It came out several years ago. Well, that same guy that made that documentary is a retired police officer. Well, he just had a bunch of DNA tested for Sasquatch. And well, the first red flag in the whole thing is that he couldn't get a college campus to test it. Any of these campuses, they all refuse to test it because, A, they know the dude's legit and he comes with credibility. So if he's got a real sample and the college gets involved, that really unravels the narrative. Either way, he hired an independent forensic expert who not only tested his sample, but also tested 110 other samples in addition to his sample. He actually reached out to put a post out, and all of his viewers, fans, followers, and stuff like that, they sent him samples that were legit. So out of 111 samples, they tested it. And what's wild about this Sasquatch DNA is that the maternal line, so the maternal would be the mother, right? You have the fraternal, the male, maternal, mother. The maternal line for the Sasquatch DNA came back to human with an origin in the Middle East for the maternal line. And the fraternal line, the male line, is unknown, okay? Now, what do we talk about with Nephilim? The fallen angels, how they took up the daughters of man, right? Pretty wild. If you have Sasquatch, Sabe, and the female DNA, the maternal line comes from a human in the Middle East, and then the male DNA, the father DNA, is an unknown species, because I believe that they're an ancient hominoid species. They're not an ape. They're not anything like that. They're humans. They're not humans, but they're a hominoid species, an ancient, like, native species that's been here for much longer than we will ever comprehend. That's why the Native Americans have the Sabe on their totem, and it stands for, like, wisdom and honesty. But I just thought that was pretty wild. This is the first time I've ever heard of DNA coming up as human for a Sasquatch or a Sabe. And they're very real, absolutely. Yo, Minnesota, big-hearted, peace and love, my homie. That's the guy with the beard right there. We got to go hang out with him.
Hey,
we're going to go hang out with you.
To all 15 people in the chat, if you guys give us a few double taps, it'll help us get some more truth seekers in the chat. So we appreciate you guys double tapping. And to respond to what you said, Lance, about me getting a photograph of Sabe, I did listen to a podcast a few years ago when I was really waking up to truth. And they stated that similar to us having our pineal gland, right, where we can kind of sense when someone's staring at us, we kind of have that gut feeling that something is wrong or someone's looking. You always look, and the person you thought was staring at you is staring at you, right? They say that Sabe's like that with a camera or with lenses or with phones, and he's aware of these things. That's why he's able to dodge photographs the way he has. It's stretched to think that could be it, but if he's as aware as we could be, because we would be vibrating way higher if we didn't have these 5G towers. If we weren't tainted with fluoride, microplastics, the vaccines we did get as babies, if you did get them, we probably are almost as powerful as something like Sabe, if we could raise that vibration.
Oh, absolutely, bro. Absolutely. Johnny's calling me out here. I got to walk out back.
Oh, you're good. Where's everyone from? Where are you guys from that are watching right now?
Where's everybody from on here? Where's everybody from? Sorry, John.
Someone says, I read in a book, ravens can detect the lenses as well. I'll tell you this, Lance and I were driving maybe, a month ago, Lance? Was it you or me that spotted that eagle that was in the water? Not the first group of eagles, but the second time.
Oh, man. Back around my hometown? Dude, how many eagles did we see that day?
I don't know, but I first shot photos with the P1000 of the group of eagles. We saw like 2 or 3, and then we were driving 20 minutes later, and we found one near the water. Remember, I got out, I pitched my Nikon against the telephone pole, and the second, I even got out of your truck, this eagle's probably at least 12 or 1,500 yards away from me. He looked right at me like, oh, who's this? What's this guy want? Second, I put the camera against the telephone pole, zoomed right in. I got 1 or 2 photos, and then he's flapping his wings, leaving. He knew, right? So.
Oh yeah, I know exactly what one you're talking. As soon as you got out, you did get some great pictures of that hawk, though.
Yes, but I was right back in your truck like that. I'm like, dude, and eagles can see 2 miles?
2 miles, they say. 2 miles, which is absolutely wild. Johnny and I were just talking about falconers last night and how people will train birds of prey like that, the predator birds. They'll train them. They go out and fly. They catch a rabbit and they bring it back to, their handler. I don't like using that word, but
we'll have them at the castle. Don't you worry. We'll have some messenger pigeons.
That's exactly what we were talking about, though, is the carrier pigeons and how in World War I they used them to send messages. And it's pretty phenomenal. You think about that. Like, how do they even train a pigeon to fly a message from one point to another?
Dude, how do they train bomb-smelling dogs, dude? Bomb-sniffing dogs, or drug-sniffing dogs. It's pretty incredible. And they say there's tribes over in Africa that can communicate with the birds, and the birds will tell them where the food is, where to go, and they'll hunt with birds.
Oh, it makes complete sense. Bro, you used to be a falconer? You used to be a falconer with a red-tailed hawk? Hey, can you give me some lessons, bro, when we come visit you?
Yeah, we would make a full YouTube episode on both channels for that. Let's go. That sounds sweet.
That sounds awesome.
Wow, big-hearted peace low, dude. That's really cool, man. Thanks for the follow.
Helping Johnny out here. I'm in his side-by-side. He's doing some fabrication to the back here.
No, it makes for some good ambiance for the live, man. I'm digging it. It's like some mechanic ASMR.
Like I said, I was going to meet up with Batman and go to Rhode Island. It's kind of chilly. Hence the reason why I got my gloves on, you know, my mittens.
Those are great mittens, dude.
Great mittens.
Yeah.
Absolutely great mittens. Are you getting some love on this live, Sammy?
Yeah, dude. It's cool, man. So yeah, 28 degrees where I'm at. I'm in upstate New York. Going inside to hit the gym here. What's up, Hannah? What's up, Ray Ray?
Yo, Ray Ray. Yo, when do you want to... Bro, Ray Ray. Sorry, not to cut you off, Sammy.
Good,
Ray
brother.
Ray, I was just talking about going to Rhode Island today, actually, Ray Ray, to Providence, meeting up with Batman. I don't know if that's going to happen today. But, dude, when we go to Providence, I want to meet up with you, Ray Ray, for sure, bro.
And you guys, if you haven't subscribed yet, Lance from Upstate, or maybe I'm pointing the wrong way. I don't know. I'm on the left side. That's Lance from Upstate. Go find him on YouTube. I'm Food-Shelter-Water on YouTube. We'll be in Alaska. We'll be in Texas. We'll be in a few states very soon, guys, filming content. So I'm pretty stoked.
Yeah, we if y'all haven't checked it out yet, we had a pretty awesome live Batman, Dragon Jedi, and I in Boston the other night. It was absolutely wild. And then I went on a podcast with Big T, you know, the Make It Make Sense. You ever watch his videos? Make It Make Sense. He's awesome. Yep. He's a comedian, but we'll have to get you on his podcast too, Sammy. I'm sure he'd love to have you.
Let's do it. And we need to launch our podcast because we need people to come on our podcast, man.
No, for sure. And I mean, I just got my mic. So everybody,
yes,
we got a few
Lance
awesome people on here. Yeah, just got a sweet mic, the same one
Lance,
Joe Rogan uses.
Difference
between Joe Rogan and I is that I'm not an actor. So.
Oh, I think there's a few differences. I think there's a few. But yeah, people always, dude. Hopefully we don't get kicked off the live, but I love spilling some truth, right? People are always like, "Oh, did you see Rogan? Did you see Sean Ryan?" I'm like, nope, I don't watch them because they're fucking controlled up. Rogan used to talk about flat Earth and talk about mushrooms and all these. I mean, seriously deep stuff, bro. And now he gets people on. More actors, right? Where did we first see Rogan, bro? We saw Rogan on Fear Factor. Actor. Where did we first see Trump? Movies, bro. He's in Home Alone. Macaulay Culkin's asking him for directions. These people are fucking actors. You hear about this whole daycare yet? This whole daycare operation, the situation that's going on. Apparently there was a learning center that was getting funded $2 million a year via taxpayer dollars. And they just got busted. There wasn't a single child at this daycare. You hear about this yet? It's like 3 days ago it surfaced.
No, I haven't heard anything about it.
Big mainstream news right now, which means they want us looking in that direction, okay? If they want us looking over here, they're going to draw us over here. If they want us over here, they're going to draw us back over here. That's just how they work, right? So everyone's talking to me because everyone at work knows I'm a truth seeker. They're like, oh, did you see that? And Lance, get this, right? This daycare, the sign out front was just like a plastic banner, almost like a Spirit Halloween would put on a building for, you know, the month of October. It's a temporary sign. And it didn't say Learning Center. See, somebody unzonked already commented. It said Leering Center. Okay? They misspelled it, apparently, and they forgot to put an N. It doesn't happen like that, bro. That's like, it's one thing if you post a Facebook status and you forget a letter, okay? These people made a sign for the daycare center, a sign. Somebody printed it. Somebody ordered it, and they forgot a whole letter intentionally. You know why? Because it's all a fucking act, bro. It's controlled up. They want us laughing about it. You can't even make this shit up. They're literally like, hey, leave out the letter. So everyone talks about that when they're all distracted, and they're probably setting up the humanoid robots right now. Oh, my God. It's a nightmare. And people fucking eat it. They eat this shit up, bro. They're like, hey, did you watch the news?
Well, I mean, we talk about that all the time, right? I mean, 90% of the information that people get presented to them is controlled by, like, what, 6 different entities? And so... Six media corporations.
That's
what I'm saying, bro. So you got 6 different entities controlling 90+% of the information.
They love that number, don't they? It's got to be 6. Can't be 5. Can't be 7.
Oh, then it's all inverted. Absolutely, Tina. That's why I don't really watch either. I don't watch TV. I don't watch any of that. I mean, I'm on social media. I mean, honestly, more than I even want to be. But I try to take the breaks from that. But you know, this kind of goes back into something that you and I have been talking about too, though, Sammy. Is that even with our adventure our quest for the truth. You know, us talking about some of these topics keeps them alive and feeds them energy. You know, like they're talking about paying attention, like we paying attention. Like
you're giving your energy to it.
we're putting our energy to it, and we want to be, you know, we're the change that we want to see. And so that's why I think it's so important, especially with us getting on the road and spending time back out in the woods and showing wildlife skills, showing these skills that we were talking about, and eating healthy and getting clean again and being strong. Because there's just so many distractions, like you said, and it's the sleight of hand, like watch over here, and you know, while they're doing something with the left hand. Absolutely. Yep. And then I found out, I mean, for entertainment and educational purposes only, but did Trump, and I'm not even going to get involved with all these Masons, but Trump bombed places on Christmas Day?
It was Christmas, was it Eve or Day? Yeah, and he oh man, dude. And once you're awake to this stuff, like you listen to the stuff on the news or the way Trump talks, I got into a pretty heated debate the other day with somebody because they're talking about Elon and how much of a genius he is. But to answer your question,
Martian implant, sorry.
Yeah, no, you're fine. To answer your question, look, guys, help us get up to 10,000 likes. Keep double tapping that screen. We're ending the live in 13 minutes, okay? At 2:30, we both have to go. If we get a bunch of likes in this live, let's call it 40,000. We'll stay live, but we won't get to 40,000. If we do, we'll stay live, okay? Elon is not a smart guy. If you listen to him talk, I honestly, not to be conceited, but I think I speak more fluently than this guy. I think you do. You listen to Trump or you listen to these guys, they're like, and they must be laughing at us, bro. They both have these weird, quirky, you look at Obama, bro, same thing. Let me be clear. These guys are all fucking actors, man. They all go to speech therapy. They understand that they need to, this is what they're going to read off the script, and this is the emotions they're going to make the American people feel. The sooner we get rid of our phones and our screens, we become a community again, where people actually make eye contact and say, good afternoon, how are you doing? Can I help you, neighbor? That's the soonest our vibration will start to rise. These phones, the LED lights, everything around us, it crushes our vibration. And if you think about it, bro, we can probably fly if we vibrate high enough.
No, for sure. And I really do believe that I think that's with ascension, you know, and going back, like something that we've been talking about quite a bit, like Batman and I, you know, are the Druids. And this is something I should talk about quite a bit in my content. But when the Catholic Church, right, and I'm not pointing fingers at anybody, but with St. Patrick and the Catholic Church, when he casted all the snakes out of Ireland, there's stories about St. Patrick literally causing a druid that was flying around the sky, like a druid wizard, he was flying around the sky, and St. Patrick used his powers to smash the druid to the ground and kill him in front of witnesses. And so I do believe that, like, our minds are incredibly powerful. And going back to, like, talking about Sabe and Sasquatch, like, they have the ability to mind speak, telepathy, that feeling like when you're in the woods, and anybody that spent a lot of time in the woods, like they'll get it. Like if you're in the woods and you get those feelings that eyes are on you, it's the reason is probably because there's eyes on you. And we always chalk that up to a predator. But I think sometimes it's a Sabe or a Sasquatch just putting that eerie feeling on you because they want you to leave, and they don't want you to leave in a violent way, but they're just like making their presence known.
And you know what? And that's why you have to have faith. You know, whatever you believe in, whatever your belief is, the universe, the creator, however it is, you know, and that's what I hold on to because I live in the woods. I'm in the woods all the time. And if you ever get that feeling, like you said, it could be something that's pushed up on you or sent to you from an entity, or it could just be your own level of self-protection that's deep-rooted in our DNA, our ancient ancestors that survived outside, you know? And we don't do it. Most people don't go outside often. Most people aren't outside when nothing's moving, nothing's driving around, the birds aren't chirping. A lot of people aren't outdoors like we should be. Again, we go to the forest, right? For rest. It grounds us.
Well, the ground, you know, we talk about it all the time. Why is it called the ground? Because our body is a battery, right? And you got to think like positive, negative. You're being grounded to the ground, you know, but
what I explain to people is like a lamppost per se. If you don't ground a lamppost when you put a lamppost in, it will become inflamed. It will catch on fire. It's not grounded. We become inflamed when we are not grounded, okay? And inflammation is the leading cause of all this dis-ease.
That and worms.
Parasites, correct.
I don't like saying that word because TikTok doesn't like it anymore.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of stuff that we do and we're going to be doing in this upcoming these episodes, dude. That probably none of the media platforms are really going to be proud of, but we're going to continue to post.
Oh, we're going to continue to post. Absolutely. Yep. Somebody just put a bunch of cop emojis in there. Who was talking? What were the cop emojis for?
Zach with an alien face. 76 followers.
SB, how are you, dear SBRTs? Yeah, grounding ivermectin. Yeah, ivermectin's a horse dewormer. There's a lot of people going to a Tractor Supply to get their medical supplies these days.
Yeah, it's so true, and that's why they still allow our animals to have it. But even the vaccines and the stuff that they give our dogs, our canines, our cats, it's designed so our animals get sick and we bring them to the vet, man. All of it's about making money, having control, keeping us sick, and keeping us at a low vibration.
Is that Danya says wormwood? Yeah, wormwood. I take wormwood every day. Green walnut is really good. Clove is really good. There's a lot of things that you can do. You want to make sure you're taking a binder as well. So some clay. There's certain clays that you can take, but there's all sorts of stuff. You got a bunch of comments coming in here, Sammy.
Hey, Midwest, thank you guys for the gifts. Yes, cloves. Yeah, you guys, you have to take care of the one body we get. You know, you're not going to have it forever. You'll have it till the next life or whatever you believe in. But you know, no one's getting younger. So you know, having longevity, and I've had to learn that even at the gym here. I'm not looking for muscles anymore. I'm looking for longevity and flexibility. I just want to live a long life. I'm going to be 101, man. I'm going to live to be 101.
101.
Yes, thank you for the rose.
Hi, Jesse. How are you? And SB, I'll take it while I'm doing my cleanse. But, you know, everybody's body's different. And I've done several different kinds of cleanse. So I don't really want to speak to that. I can let you know what I would do. I just don't want to give anybody on advice on what they should do. Everybody has to educate themselves. But
what works for you might not work for everybody. But fasting, I tell everyone all the time, fasting is one of I think the healthy, other than breathing clean oxygen, I think fasting is single-handedly the healthiest thing you can do for your body.
Exactly. And so with that SB fasting, so what you're trying to do is you're trying to neutralize the acid in your body. The little worms, they like an acidic environment. So like baking soda actually kills parasites as well. And that's by sodium carbonate. They used it to cleanse parasites. But you're staying away from coffee and different things like that. Like there's a lot of acid in that, and it's also not healthy for you. It's one of the most poisoned things that we consume on a daily basis, where you know all the coffee beans come from. But if you do enough fasting and you get your body, like the acidity level in your body, down to more of a base state, alkaline state, then it doesn't create the environment that the parasites will live in, if that makes sense.
I want to just mention something to the caffeine drinkers and the people drinking coffee, right? A lot of coffee comments right now. I'm drinking a coffee right now, and I haven't had a coffee probably since I was live streaming with you last, Lance. I quit caffeine, guys, and I was active duty Army. We lived on caffeine and booze and nicotine, okay?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Ask any veteran. And I never thought, you know who made me quit drinking energy drinks? This guy right here. I'm pointing the right direction this time. Lance from Upstate. We met up to do a live stream one day in Glens Falls, New York. And Lance said, and I pulled out a Celsius, the little thin, the round cans. And I was still actively drinking energy drinks. And Lance looked at me, and here's Lance, barefoot, big beard grown out. He probably drank raw milk for breakfast and had a piece of, who knows? Lance is just so clean eating, bro. You end up eating clean when you're around Lance. And Lance says, really, Sammy, you're drinking that? And it was the last energy drink I've ever had. So I quit caffeine. The only reason I have a coffee going today is because it's New Year's. Not really. It's fake New Year's. But I'm partying, so I'm having a little caffeine today.
Yeah, listen, and that's the whole thing is that people, and even myself, I get too strict on myself sometimes, but everything in moderation. You know, I was drinking before when I was working my prior career. I was drinking like 3, 4, 5 coffees a day. And a lot of Americans, they drink that much, or energy drinks, you know, and it's just so normalized because everybody's hustling on the go, yada, yada. America runs on Dunkin', right? Like, get out of here,
You don't need it. You don't need it.
No, and there's a Starbucks popping up on every corner now, you know, with a little fishtail.
Well, you know who that is? That mermaid that we see on the Starbucks logo is quite literally, it's the siren or the mermaid of fertility, and she's literally flashing her double tails. She's got 2 tails like legs. She's flashing herself. She's the like siren of fertility, and she's flashing us. It's sick, guys. I mean, the corruption doesn't get any fucking deeper. If you think it might be corrupt, it's probably corrupt. There's very few things left on this earth that aren't corrupt. The newspapers I just posted on my YouTube channel, a customer of mine found newspapers from 1931. And there's an article in this old newspaper that the Boy Scouts of America back in the 1930s from Queensbury, New York here, they deployed them to Alabama to help flood victims. And here I am. I was a Boy Scout, right? Grew up as a Boy Scout, never became an Eagle Scout. But a few short years after I got out of Boy Scouts, man, they're fighting to let women or girls into Boy Scouts. So that's tainted, right? But that started off as something good. I believe vaccines probably started off as something good, got tainted. Masonry, probably, I don't know, but probably the same thing. Started off as something good, got tainted, man.
Well, it's all for the confusion and the distracting of our energy.
Yep. And guess what? I'm starting a new army, guys. NomadSoldierArmy.com. That's me. You can join my newsletter. I've got merch on my shop. I've got some of the coolest merch if you're a truth seeker. I've got some cool new merch that says research adrenochrome. Nomad Soldier Army, guys. Go join the army. Join my newsletter, NomadSoldierArmy.com.
Save the children. This is all about the children. At the end of the day, we have to do this for the children and the next generation. And it all starts right now. So that's why it's important to be the change we want to see. And we can't be too hard on ourselves. But just like Sammy says, there's a lot of wild stuff going on and certain people need to be held accountable. Yo, Chad, what's up, bro?
Yep.
Yo, Chad.
That's why I'm working on this mission. Nomad Soldier Army is going to be a place where truth seekers, veterans, off-gridders, preppers can all come together, right? But that's when it comes to our creed or our MO, the first rule is we must protect the children. Because if no one's protecting the children, look at how, people haven't been protecting the children. The fact that United States allows 700,000 children, right? They go missing. They get reported missing. A lot of them get found, some of them, but not all of them. And who knows how misconstrued these numbers actually are.
Yeah. Well, and that's something else too, bro, we could rant all day about this, Sammy. We could rant all day about this. But the amount of children that disappear in this country is unacceptable. Unacceptable. You can pretty much add multiple countries together in Europe and in the United States, we lose more children. It's just completely gone with the wind,
Yeah, all by design, right? They're allowing it.
They're allowing it. And the only thing that makes sense is that none of this makes sense. And we see through the patterns. And once you see, you can't unsee. That's what we talk about all the time, right? You have the eyes to see and the ears to hear. But more and more people are waking up every single day. Part of that is also, I think, by design, for sure.
Well, they're allowing this information, this device that you're holding in your hand right now, they're allowing this information to reach you. In fact, our conversation since the beginning of this live has been read by an AI bot or an algorithm, and it's been spoon-fed to whoever's watching this. And we're all on a list. They know who's awake. They know who's asleep. They know who's going to go get boosted and who's not, right? They know who the fuck all of us are. When you make a new email address, they're like, here's some security questions. What's the name of your first dog? Your third grade teacher? Your best friend's middle name? Stuff like that. They know all of our secrets, guys. And these things that we're holding in our hand right now, they say that when they're in our aura field, when they're in our it's a literal body part, your aura field, that they can more or less read our thoughts or project thoughts into our head. Okay, I've got my EMF bracelet. I won't sleep without it, bro. We all need to be getting away from the EMF. Wrap your phone in tinfoil if you have to when you go to sleep. These things are affecting our vibration throughout the entire day. They're glued to us.
Yeah, no, absolutely, Sammy. And that's a big part of it. Going back and rewilding and reconnecting back to earth and nature. That's where your power comes from, being outside. We walk around, like you said, with grounding. We walk around with rubber soles. Right, our sole of our foot. There's a reason they call it the sole of your foot. But we're walking around with rubber on the bottom of our foot, keeping us ungrounded from the earth. We're in these sterile environments at work, or in our jobs, or even in our houses, living in square box, and the energy can't bounce around. Then we're wearing plastic clothes. Like I wear wool a lot, as much as I possibly can, trying to wear natural fibers. And this is old wool. You go on eBay, get yourself some used wool. I shop at the Salvation Army and thrift stores and stuff like that to find old wool. But it's much healthier for you. Same thing with linen and healing capability or healing properties of linen. But they've got
raises your vibration. Your immune system will increase when you put real clothing against your skin.
Absolutely. No, absolutely. And there's so much that goes into it. But then with the frequencies, just like you said, Sam, obviously, like, I send a text message to you, we can't see it, but if we're riding around and we're multiple states away, well, it's got to fly through the airwaves somewhere. And so those same waves are impacting our body everywhere we go, much like the Wi-Fi and then these 5G towers that are shooting out all over the place. But it's all meant to design to keep us disconnected from our power. Just like you said, Maestro, that's our buddy Jimmy. Maestro, our homie, he's amazing. He's absolutely amazing here in the chat. He's super intelligent when it comes to all this stuff with health and eating healthily and the powerful powerful properties of eating seeds and like pawpaw seeds. He's the one that taught me about those. And I eat more seeds and stuff now. And after talking with you, Jimmy, I got to get myself some pawpaw seeds.
We will wrap up the live in a few here. We do have 31 people, so Lance, we'll hang for a few extra minutes if you guys want. But again, reiterating, right? Your skin is the biggest organ, right? They say if you wouldn't put it in your mouth, don't put it on your skin. So whether it's body wash, shampoo, stuff like that, you really have to understand what you're putting into your body. It goes right into your skin and into your bloodstream, guys.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Transdermal absorption. It's the same thing with like the stuff up in the sky, the heavy metals falling down into our skin. You know, I walk around with my shirt off all the time. Well, that's landing directly on our skin. You know, Maestro,
it's still worth it.
Maestro says, come to Michigan. Like, Jimmy, I've been telling Sammy about you and how we got to go see you. You are up there on the bucket list, bro, that we got to get together.
Look, I'll show the people because we got 33 in here real quick. But guys, Food Shelter Water on YouTube. Lance and I are going to go tackle all 50 states very soon here, guys. It's going to be pretty sweet. I'm living in this truck right now, still working a corporate position. Not some people know. Some people at the gym here know that I'm living in my truck. But Food Shelter Water on YouTube, one word. Go subscribe to Lance from Upstate too. He's on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. We'll both be co-pilots for each other's mission, and it's going to get pretty real pretty quick.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Amori's saying come to Mexico. Amori, I'm coming to Mexico. I just went and did all my stuff to get my passport. So I was just talking to Sammy about that. I just got my passport, and I want to go to South America in a huge way. Costa Rica, they're making a lot.
Yeah, we'll travel.
Yeah.
We'll travel.
Shy. Well, what part of you're gonna be near Albany on Saturday? I used to film in Albany all the time. That's the capital region, but that's around the area that Sammy. We're up north in the country, but from around that area.
And hey, for all the 37 people that are in here right now, I met Lance on TikTok about 7 months ago. And because his name was Lance from Upstate, I'm like, dude, this guy's from upstate New York like me. And we're both truth seekers. We're both veterans. Okay? We both got the beard and the blue eyes going, man. We're like long lost brothers, man. It's going to be really cool. So again, tag along, join our journey. Find Lance his YouTube. That's where he posts the most. He's on TikTok here, Lance from Upstate 4. I'm Food Shelter Water on YouTube, and you guys can find us on all platforms. But Lance is dropping merch soon, which is pretty cool. I just dropped my merch. And we're about to launch this journey, guys.
No, absolutely. Yeah, no, Jess says, are you picking up any posse to tag along? Well, yeah, I want to do meetups in different cities.
I'm probably getting a dog. I want to get a Malinois before I leave. That's what I'm going to do.
Oh, Portia, you're a vet? Well, thank you for your service. Maggie says you saw K-Podge feature my video yet. She posted my video on her page. That was pretty wild.
Yeah, that was cool. She didn't tag you. K-Podge, if you're watching, stop stealing Lance's stuff. Lance from Upstate. At least tag the guy. Come on.
At least tag me. I thought that too. You didn't even tag me.
Have some manners.
But no, it's all good. We definitely want to do some meetups and link up with people. And honestly, going around to the cities and having a whole group of people walk around with me when I go live and we're doing our thing, that would be awesome. If we have a group of 100 of us truthers walking around the city, all broadcasting, all streaming, showing the truth, there's nobody that's going to stop us. There's nobody stopping us now.
Hey, you can't stop us, bro. We're on a train that's got no brakes.
Oh, Jimmy, she tagged me on Instagram. I haven't been on Instagram in probably like a month and a half. Honestly, I haven't posted over there.
What up, Robin Hood? Hey, everyone, go follow X-Ring Archer, bro. That's one of my buddies. He's an archer, and he's sponsored, bro. That's real-life Robin Hood right there.
All right, well, I just gave you a follow, homie. Oh, you sent it to me, Jimmy? Thanks, bro. I appreciate it, dude. I haven't been on at all. I've just been posting, and I sent Sammy a couple of the screenshots earlier, but between TikTok and Facebook, I haven't posted on Instagram or anything like that. Between TikTok and Facebook, I hit 2.5 million views this week, which is awesome. So between two platforms, it was like 1.4 million views on Facebook and 1.1 million views on TikTok this week. So that's pretty wild in itself, just like seeing how far the journey's come from when I started posting content like a year and a half ago. So all y'all support, I love you so very much, and thank you. And thank you, Sammy, the kid, of course, bro. And everybody watching, we have such an amazing, awesome community, and I can't wait to just burn it all down with
hey. What I really love, man, is when you, like Jessie was in the chat a minute ago. She's a friend from Facebook for a while now, and it took a while for me to like want to post public videos about like flat Earth or the moon landing being fake. And it's what's Lance's YouTube? Lance from Upstate. He's Lance from Upstate on all platforms. Go follow him, guys. This is my Lance, we're traveling the country together. We're launching the journey in just a few more weeks. It's gonna be hot. It's gonna be cool. So long story short, where was I going, Lance, with you? I was saying something about you. Totally spaced it.
I don't know, bro.
Anyways, guys, Lance and I will be going live, if not next week, the week after. I don't know what state we'll be in, potentially Boston. But we're gonna do a live stream because these seem to do really well. And I've just been wrapping up at work. I've got a full-time job that I'm looking at probably saying goodbye to very soon here. And just getting the truck ready, guys. Lance is getting his van ready. And part of my journey will be, of course, to hit some of these national parks.
Yeah, absolutely. We got to go to Maine.
Yeah, I've got a storage unit in Maine. I need to go unload. If anyone needs any rice, I'll be giving it away.
Yeah, we got to go check that out, dude. We got to go check that out. The storage unit. see all the rice and see if there's any animals living in there.
Yeah, and look, if you guys, again, like I was talking about the caffeine, I was active duty Army, so was Lance. We lived on caffeine. I have a coffee maybe once every few months now, and I sometimes have a hot tea. But once you break away from the caffeine and the gnarly headaches you get, the migraines when you quit, you'll realize how your body doesn't even need it. You wake up in the AM and you end up, it takes a little longer maybe, but there's no crash and you're never craving caffeine and you don't get a headache. Yeah. So if you guys have any New Year's resolutions, even though our actual New Year starts April 1st on April Fool's Day, because it's really a 13-month calendar, right? We know October is octagon, 8-sided octagon, but it's our 10th month, and September is supposed to be 10, and it's our 8th month, or 9th rather. None of it makes sense, man. So again, they're trying to, everything's inverted, upside down, and they want our vibration low, guys. And they put it right in your face, the world stage.
100%, dude. I think that lunar calendar is a great idea, Sammy.
Yeah, we'll talk about that more for sure off camera.
For sure.
If you guys want to double tap and get us to 20K, we'll keep this live going. But I need to work out, and Lance needs to go because he's got stuff going as well. If you guys have any other questions, drop them now. Drop a comment and at least tell me where you're watching from, guys. This live was awesome. Thank you for the gifts. Send some gifts to Lance, too. Lance needs some, guys. Send them to him over this way.
Maury, she's so awesome. Sonia, daughter of God, how are you, my dear? Did you see that in the podcast, Sonia, with Make It Make Sense? Big T. Awesome dude. We're actually going to be meeting up. We talked about him and I linking up in Washington, D.C. And then he also said that he would show me around Brooklyn. So I will definitely go down and meet up with him in Brooklyn. I went down there once before and showed the Brooklyn Library and the Brooklyn Museum. The Greenwood Cemetery behind Brooklyn is absolutely wild. There's like 6 pyramids inside of it as well, too. And
maybe you can get a selfie stick and you can carry me around on FaceTime because I'm good on going to the city. I'm going to stay in the mountains where I feel safe with Sabe.
I'm safe because I'm protected, Sam.
I'm not going anywhere near any cities, bro. I don't mind some small ones that I can bug out of on like foot if I need be, but I feel like a dog in a kennel dude in the city. I can't do it.
Well, I mean, it is different when you're not used to being in those cities. And again, I've only been to New York City a few times in my life. But I had some reservations about going there to begin with because I was driving my truck into Brooklyn. And I didn't want to do it, but I went down there and I met up with Chris Beal. You all know Chris Beal, the giant hunter in New Jersey. And I am so glad that I drove down there. Everything went so smooth the entire trip, the entire time in the city. I drove through the city. We had an amazing time. So I was intimidated by doing it, but again, like you said, Tina, divinely protected for sure. For sure.
Divinely protected. And so are you guys, truth seekers, people that are close with the universe or their creator, and people that aren't littering, throwing stuff out their windows, and they put good into the universe every day. Karma's real, guys. The karma train stops for everybody. But if you know someone who hasn't received karma, it doesn't mean that karma doesn't work like that. It just means that karma's loading. It's like a slingshot, and it reaches everyone. So that's why I think on this earth, no matter what your belief, put good into this earth. Smile, say good morning, or not good morning, good day, and good afternoon, and don't be a bad person, man. Just have good intentions, man.
Be good, yeah. Be honest. Love thy neighbor. You know, you don't have to walk around and doing everything for everybody all day, but really you just have to not lie, not steal, not hurt anybody else, and just put good stuff out. And
don't trust your government. That's another part of that. Listen, yeah. If you guys haven't started prepping yet, this new year, this fake new year, but 2026, it'll be a good time to start. I always tell people the rule of threes, okay? I'm a big prepper. Whether it's doomsday, a zombie attack, or people, just the government shuts down grocery stores and says, hey, you got to get this new vaccine or you're not shopping here. The rule of threes dictates that you can go 3 days without water. 3 minutes without oxygen, 3 days without water, 3 weeks without food, okay? So getting a LifeStraw water filter, and I'm not affiliated. I get no funds from this, nothing. There's nothing I receive. But get a LifeStraw water filter. They're $9.99 when they're on sale, and they're normally $15. You can suck water from a puddle, a toilet. They'll do 1,000 liters of water, and they clean out literally 99.99999% of anything that can hurt you, bacteria, parasites, etc. And they make, I don't like calling them gravity filters, but they make density filters also, right? Not gravity, because that's an unproven theory. But it's a bag that you could scoop water out of your bathtub or a brook, and you hang it, and then it drips clean water.
Yeah, and I've used those before, right? Like right at Lake George, dude. Scoop up the water and let it hang. My buddy had one, super awesome. And I have LifeStraws myself.
Lance, I've got them for us, bro. Like, people, you guys need to have them because, again, when things collapse, if the water gets tainted or having backup gear, backup equipment, the Army will tell you, Lance, right? 1 is none and 2 is 1. You always have to have a backup for your backup. Don't sit here like it could never happen. And the few people that might be in the chat right now watching that think we're crazy for prepping, I think you're crazy for trusting the grocery store to be open tomorrow and the next day and the next day. That's why I have a plethora of rice in my storage unit, or I've got backup supplies. You can't rely on these stores being open for the rest of time. Civilizations collapse around 250 years. Statistically, that's a fact, okay? These are proven stats. America's hitting its 250th birthday on October 4th of this upcoming year, which means statistically, we are due for a collapse. Every civilization in history has collapsed.
And listen, I just want to say, too, for entertainment and educational purposes only, we're not doing this. Sammy's not doing this to fear-monger anybody. We don't come out here to fear-monger anybody. I mean, I'll be honest with you in saying that I try not to worry about this kind of stuff as much anymore and just live life every day. I take every day one day at a time. But we're not trying to do it to fear-monger. We're just trying to put truth out there because, again, we've been so distracted and so misled by so many things, and we're coming to these conclusions all together collectively while getting to those conclusions coming from different lives and different paths and crisscrossing. You know, Sammy and I never talked prior to a few months ago. And, you know, once we start talking, obviously we agreed on a lot of things. And there's a lot of people just like Big T, the Make It Make Sense guy. He's a comedian. You know, he talked about his life in entertainment and all that kind of stuff. He is at the same conclusions that we are about so many things, and our paths couldn't have been more different. You know what I'm saying? So we're all coming together collectively. This is why we're all uniting together, crisscrossing for sure. Absolutely. But it's not the fear-monger. We know that they lied to us about everything. It's just acknowledging it. We can't deny it, and we can't just look away from it anymore.
No, and that's why we have to talk about it. My coworkers, my friends, my family, people know I'm Sammy the Kid. I'm a flat earther. I'm a doomsday prepper. I don't trust my government. I'm a truth seeker. I want to question everything. I want you guys to question everything. Question everything that I tell you. Question what Lance tells you. Don't blindly believe, guys, because that's what gets us hemmed up. And I think history is very important. A lot of our history has been tainted. Some of it hasn't. The reason AI was just released is because these Epstein files, Lance, that's cool. I didn't like it. It was kind of creepy, but that was cool.
That's what I did when it started dangling like that.
Yeah, I don't like that. Get that stuff out of here.
That's funny. That was funny, though.
But guys, you have to realize, okay, AI's been around for a long time, and it's not artificial. It's been human fed. They made these bots, okay? What happens now is nothing is valid. The validity, the credibility, everything is now discredited because, oh, that could be AI. Whether it's a photo I show you of Lance and I, a phone call I record, AI has now taken all validity from everything. And that's what's sad. Because if a photo gets posted or a video or some proof of the Epstein client list or anything, right? Pizzagate, we know our government has had so many cover-ups. It's not the last time or the first time they're going to lie or cover something up. Now they can blame AI. And that to me is enough proof right there that it's time to hunker down. It's time to prep. It's time to get off grid. That's the goal right now.
SB, you're saying the next 20 years? Well, so what they released to us is already 20 years old. So like the military and all of them, they're way advanced. And the thing, even with us holding these smartphones, right, these little black boxes, this is all ancient tech. It's all magic. And people don't think that's real, but it's ancient tech in this little black mirror. The black mirror we're all staring at. They've had AI much longer than they want us to believe. And it's definitely not going to take 20 years for the technology to get wild. If you think about it, and it's hard for us to put in perspective until you think of it this way. 20 years doesn't seem like that long a time, or, it seems pretty quick. But if you look at all the differences between 1945 and 1965, or even 1995 and 2005, that's only 10 years. 1995 and 2005, that might as well be two completely different, things entirely. So I don't think it's going to take 20 years.
And we also cannot fail to mention that the majority of people are holding a half-bitten apple in their hand right now. It's blasphemy. The Apple logo is a half-bitten apple, or a bitten apple, okay? The first Apple product, Google it, guys. Google it. Sold for $666.66. It's right in front of our faces. Siri is the word iris backwards. The all-seeing eye, Siri, iris. And AI is AI. It's literally it all correlates, guys.
But I think Siri was a goddess, though. BatmanRob and I were just talking about this, and don't quote me on where it's from, but Siri was a goddess. So when you're invoking and saying, "Hey Siri,"
fuck that shit, and fuck you, and Siri, fuck you for listening.
Sam, you're wild, bro.
I fucking hate Siri. She is on my phone. I set it up so if she ever talks, she talks like Busta Rhymes. She talks so fast. Yeah, it sounds like. Yeah, because I don't do. She talks so slow, man. I'm a fast talker. I got a lot to say, Lance.
Hey, we have a lot to say, Sammy. This is our ADHD kicking in, both of us together.
I don't believe in that shit either. I don't believe it.
This is a conversation that we've been having a lot recently, but that's another thing that's made up because they just want to put everybody on medication and turn them into zombies so they're not themselves. It's not ADHD. It's just we don't want to be locked in a box and put into a box.
We're not designed to be under LED lights that are flickering like fucking crazy. We're designed to be outside, fresh air. Another thing I want to mention to the viewers, it wasn't about AI. I had something else I wanted to comb over.
Well, I was just thinking about that when you said artificial light. So when we were in Manchester, Vermont filming, and those purple blue lights out in front of the Shaw's.
Blue Light City. Go watch the YouTube video, guys.
That changes you at a mitochondrial level. So that's literally and if y'all don't know, your mitochondria is literally the generator of your cell. So if this artificial light is affecting the mitochondria inside of your cells, that means it's affecting your body's ability to just survive. And that's why they're doing it purposefully, putting this artificial light everywhere. Yeah, and they're blocking the sun, Jimmy, because the sun is healing. That's why they're putting all this stuff up in the sky. 100%.
Yep. They are attacking us on all fronts, from our food, from our oxygen, to our water, to our information, our medicine, every ounce of it, guys, every ounce.
100%.
And you start to see the trend, right? You start to see a pattern. Why are there sixes everywhere, right? Even the word Walt Disney, right? When you see that at the beginning of a movie, there's 666 written right through the word. One of the dots in the eye, that's a 6. You look right at it, bro. Coca-Cola, same thing. McDonald's is a big Masonic M. If there's any Masons, fuck the Masons.
What I love about the Walt Disney thing is it literally shows the rocket shooting up over the castle. That's the firmament, bro.
Shows
it's literally the firmament.
Yep, and every movie, it shows you that, right? Try finding a movie, Universal Studios, The Globe. And they used the globe back in the 1920s before we even knew it was a globe. And they're like, oh, a guy with a stick proved that it was a fucking ball. I have a guy, he was in my platoon. I won't even name drop him because he doesn't deserve the energy. But he comments on one of my videos today. He's like, Sammy, your content would do a lot better and blow up if you stopped talking about flat earth. And we all, dude, I've got probably 300,000 active followers right now. I think my content's blown up. But he can't question it, right? He just says a guy with a stick proved it, and you're wrong, and you really think all these people would be behind the lie. Yeah, no, I do. I know they're behind the lie now. Because once you dive down the hole and you try to prove the globe to any degree, at any cost, right? You can't prove it. But you can prove it's flat all fucking day long. Mm-hmm. It's too easy, bro. Sea level.
And that's the whole thing, too, is that, going back, and we were talking about this on the Vibe with the Tribe podcast, which if y'all haven't checked that out, go check out Logan. He's on Luminary Lighthouse on YouTube. We've had multiple episodes of Vibe with the Tribe. Me, Sammy, Batman, Logan from Luminary Lighthouse, Mr. 76 has been on there. But we go and we have this podcast on Sundays, and we were just talking about this recently.
Yo, time out. Real quick, TikTok just made me complete a puzzle to stay live, and it. Yeah. What does that mean? It said we detected
once
something.
You're on for how long we've been live for? Like an hour? If we've been
just an hour.
Yeah, it'll make you verify. Just that it's still going on and it's not a bot. That's always
the
done.
Robot wants to make sure I'm not a robot. This is for you, Mr. Robot.
But the flat Earth thing to me, and we didn't get to finish this thought on this when we were on the podcast, but the flat Earth thing to me seems like another one of these things that people would rather argue about that than get past it. It's one of those things that it slows people down, in my opinion, because they get arguing, well, the Earth is flat, well, the Earth is round. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. None of it matters.
It matters.
It doesn't because
it does.
No, just listen to me for a second, Sam. It doesn't matter because it keeps us arguing about those things. At the end of the day, whether the Earth is
never argued about it.
No. But people argue about it, and it takes away from what we're actually trying to do. Like everybody walking around every day, the fact that the Earth is flat is not going to change their day-to-day lives. The fact that they're spraying stuff up in the sky, and
I won't agree with you there. I won't, because here's the single reason I won't agree with you. Okay, if people don't understand that we're on a flat Earth, right, stationary center of the universe, that's us. We're in the center of the universe. We are everything, right? We're powerful beings. People will believe that we're these tiny specks on a spinning ball and we're these tiny insignificant things. We're not, bro. We used to have the giants, right? We used to have huge trees. We used to probably have access to the land beyond the ice walls, beyond the known lands. Lance, the reason they tell us we're on the spinning ball, of course, is I don't think it's a psyop. People say flat Earth is a psyop because they want us distracted. And I agree with you to some extent. Getting hemmed up in any argument is a waste of time. But it does change everything once you discover we're not spinning. And the stars, the moon, and the sun move above us. It's like really simple.
No.
And when you're on the flat Earth for a length of time, you understand how crazy the globe model sounds. But I think it's very important. I think it does change everything about your life.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think that that it's just another one of those things that at the end of the day, it doesn't matter because regardless of whether the Earth is flat or if it's a round ball, it doesn't change everybody walking around in their day to day. It's not something that they're going to think about. But in terms of and this is just for the division. Again, it's just like we're giving energy to things that don't really matter in the grand scheme of things, because whether the Earth is flat or it's round, the government's still lying to us about everything. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
that's probably what's a bigger lie than flat Earth versus globe Earth? Drop it in the comments, guys. What's a bigger lie? I mean, we are born for more. When they tell you, it goes along with working until you're dead, bro. It's part of the Matrix. You know, it's been spoon fed to us. Star Wars, Star Trek, all the space.
Hey, listen, the stage, flat Earth. You're not. I don't know if I'm not putting this out the right way. The whole thing, I understand that it's important. Yes, they're lying for a reason. I know that they're lying. What I'm saying is that this is just another one of those distractions to keep people arguing about bullshit while there's still stuff going on over here. It's the sleight of hand thing. The amount of group chats about flat Earth and all that going on, like people are talking about that, which is great, enlightening and all that. But like when the energy could be put someplace else, it's another distraction. It's another distraction meant to purposefully keep people arguing. That's all I'm trying to say.
and this goes to all my followers too, because people who really know Sammy the Kid know that I'm very transparent, and I'm okay with you walking out of my life. Not saying you, because you're stuck with me, Lance. You're stuck with me for a long time, brother. But there's family members I don't speak to, and there's friends that I've totally fucking dropped because they'll go, "Oh man, I'll talk to you about all these kids, but don't talk about flat Earth. That's one thing I won't talk about." Okay, well, fuck you, dude, because I'm not going to talk about just X amount of things with you and cut off, and these are off topic. We cannot discuss these things. Fuck that. This isn't a workplace. There shouldn't be rules, right? We have a freedom of expression and freedom of speech, and our emotions, our feelings are valid. But if I can't talk with my brother or my sister or one of my siblings about something, then there's really no place for them in my life. Because if they had something that they needed to talk to me about, whether it's there's aliens that are shooting laser beams in the trees, and I need to talk to you about it, I'd be like, okay, yeah, I'm open to hearing that. Tell me, I don't really believe it until you show me some irrefutable evidence, right? Which they can't show us about the globe or many things. But I'd be open to it, and I would never cut someone off and say it doesn't matter. I won't talk about it. So for me, I think flat Earth, and it sounds crazy, right? I was active duty for 4 years. Get out. Mom tells me the Earth is flat. I thought she was fucking crazy. But instead of me disregarding it, going, "Mom, you're fucking cooked. You're crazy," I said, "Okay, what do you have to prove it?" And being that I was open-minded to it, I respectfully watched the evidence that she presented to me. And pretty soon I found out I'm not on a spinning ball. And I don't just use 10% of my brain. I use a fucking 100% of my brain. And we're all born for so much more than the Matrix 9 to 5. But I think there's no bigger lie than flat Earth. I don't. What do you guys think?
I think there's a lot of big lies. I'm just saying that.
What's bigger than flat Earth? If you had to put something in front of flat Earth, because you say it doesn't really matter, it doesn't change a whole lot, drop a comment, guys. What's more important than flat Earth?
The fact that the occult runs everything. The fact that it's all magic that people don't understand. The fact that our government is completely fake and it's a corp. Oh, here we go. There you go. I just got my live restricted. So that's right there. That's what's more important because it just got the live restricted. So
we're talking about deep stuff, guys. Hey, if you haven't subscribed yet, Food Shelter Water on YouTube, one word, Food Shelter Water, and that's Lance from Upstate. He's my big brother. You guys, we just got restricted, so double tap the screen to help the algorithm.
Because I just said that the occult runs everything, and they restricted us. So that's a bigger thing, because it's all magic, and that's what people don't know. It's all magic casting spells. So how fucking wild? Sorry, I don't like to swear. But how wild is that? How wild is that?
Thanks for the double taps. Thank you for the gifts, guys.
Lance, much love, so very much.
Let's get back on track here, okay? Everyone in the comments, we've got 50 here, which is awesome. 52, guys. Thank you very much. Double tap, drop some gifts, whatever. Tell me where you're from if you can't drop a gift. Tell me what's a bigger lie than flat Earth, because Lance and I are having a discussion about it. It is all about frequency, 100%. And hey, it lowers your frequency when you think you're a tiny bug on a fucking massive ball that's spinning at 20 or 1,400 miles per hour and traveling through the heliocentric model at 66616 miles per hour. Go Google that shit. They love that number.
Who says we love money? Trust God? Why are you making generalized statements like that? We love money?
No, don't get hemmed up on any trolls, dude. I wouldn't even read that guy's comment. He's cool. The old world tech building. Okay, so people say the old buildings and free energy is a bigger lie than flat Earth. That's an interesting take. I mean, I know it's very important. That's someone says it's flat, period. It is 100% flat. Until they can prove this measurable curvature, it's flat, baby.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely flat. I'm just saying that they put out these little things just to distract us. And I know that we have the flat Earth guy on here. He was getting offended by me saying it. I'm not throwing any shade at anybody. This is conversations. I'm not saying that flat Earth isn't important. So let's just get that out. I talk about this all the time. This is one of the things I talk about. I'm just saying that
you said it doesn't really matter.
It doesn't matter because this is all distractions. It's all distractions, just like this phone is distractions.
Oh, well, of course, in this whole live, but at least we're talking about important stuff.
What's more important? Saving the children, adrenochrome, the child trafficking. That's more important to me than flat Earth.
I think saving any life is more important than it. So, yeah, I would maybe present adrenochrome or the human trafficking industry as being more important.
The fact that there's vampires and shapeshifters out here and the occult runs things and it's all magic and they're casting spells, dude. That's pretty wild. It's all in our faces. People drive around, and the billboards are everywhere. The symbolism's everywhere, and people still buy their Starbucks coffee, and there's a lot of lies, but I mean, there's not one more important than the other, I guess. It doesn't really matter just knowing that everything that we've been told is a lie.
And I think, and again, like, so I can pull away from anything religious and explain flat Earth to anyone. I can explain flat Earth. I can answer flat Earth questions. And sometimes religion will lead you to flat Earth, and other times flat Earth will lead you to religion. And I'm not religious. I'm spiritual, and I won't get into that right now. But when you get into the witchcraft and the spelling and the words, right? When we are speaking, we are spelling. We are spelling words. We are casting spells. When you cast a spell on somebody, it's called spell casting. When you cast a spell on a broad group of people, it's called broadcasting with a television, which has a Google patent that states you are literally under hypnosis, a low level of hypnosis while watching a TV screen. And that's all verifiable evidence or fact. You guys can Google that. You look up the Google patent for televisions. Magic wands, guess what they're made out of, guys?
Hollywood. Which I got a video.
How crazy is that? Magic wands are made from the holly tree.
Yeah, I got a video that I'm going to be posting. I was in the Hockomock, and I have a holly tree that I found with the red berries on it, and I talk about that all the time. Hollywood, broadcasting spells with a holly tree, magic wands.
Yes. You guys, go follow me, Food Shelter Water on YouTube. I live in my truck. I'll be traveling the country very soon. Food Shelter Water on YouTube. Go follow Lance. Lance, this has been a really good live, dude. This was a last-minute thing.
Last minute thing? Yeah, we were just sitting here talking. Look at that. That's cool, Sammy. Blow that thing. Blow it.
I tried, dude. I thought about it. I was like, I'm not opening my mouth. I know what you guys are trying to do to me.
Come on, TikTok. Step up your game. Yeah, bro. No, this is awesome. We were just sitting out here talking. I'm sitting in my truck now because my phone's about dead.
No, you're good. I'm going to get in the gym here and work out. And, yeah, guys, again, everyone watching, the new year starts on April 1st. That's why it's called April Fool's Day. And ultimately, they've jacked our calendar. They've taken 1 month from us. There's supposed to be a 13-month calendar with 28 days. There's 28 moon cycles. They did it to lower your frequency. They did it to get you away from the universal connection. They want us sick. They want us fat. They want us stupid. Stay away from fluoride. Stay away from corn syrup. Stay away from food dyes or anything processed. And guess what? Even if it's a fake New Year, do something tonight. Quit something, even if it's for a month or a week. Get away from the booze. Don't go into the new year with a fucking hangover, guys.
Listen, I will say this, okay? And I made a video about this last New Year's. But alcohol comes from the Arabic word al-kul, which means flesh-eating body, which further translates to ghoul, flesh-eating spirit, flesh-eating body. So when they say spirits, you're drinking spirits. It's literally spiritual, all right? And when you drink alcohol, you drink spirits, it lowers your vibes enough to allow those demons to enter into you. So just remember that alcohol comes from al-kul, which means flesh-eating spirit. And it's legit, and they push alcohol for a reason. That's magic as well.
And I think I can get a little traction with people when, there's a lot of people even in their 20s or 30s, they're like, oh man, I'll be young forever. I can keep drinking, smoking, partying. Listen here, guys. If you want to look like you're 50 when you're 35, go for it. Go party, drink, smoke. Lower your vibration. Continue to be sick. But there's a level of mental clarity that you achieve when you don't drink. I'm not talking, I've only drank twice this week or month. Get away from it for months or years. Get clean. Get away from that stuff, guys, because your vibration higher and you can receive esoteric knowledge. Even in your dreams, you become smarter, guys. You use 100% of your brain. Get away from the poison.
Speaking of that, Sammy, you and I were talking earlier. Today, y'all, marks 2 years sober for me from alcohol. 2 years sober from alcohol.
Hey, let's hear it for Lance, guys.
Yeah, pretty wild stuff. Awesome. 2 years. So that's why it's important. And, setting the example. So we can't be out here talking about these things unless we're doing it ourselves, right? So give up the booze, and the booze is everywhere. And that's something that they push upon us. Definitely don't drink the spirits. Don't drink the spirits. Thank you very much, y'all. Thank you so very much. I love y'all. And Sammy, this was an awesome spur of the moment live. So cool.
Yeah, man. We were FaceTiming. I was like, yo, dude, you want to go live for a minute, bro? We could tell people how we met. But wait till you guys see where this journey leads us in just a few more weeks, guys. I just got a generator. I just ordered Starlink. There's a few more things I'm getting for my truck, a few new camera lenses. Lance and I are going to be at some national parks. We're going to be at some cities, and we're going to be revealing more truth, old world architecture, and continue our truth-seeking mission, guys. So if you want to rock with our journey, find us on YouTube because we get banned all the time everywhere else. We just got banned a few times on this live. Food, Shelter, Water on YouTube is me, and this guy right here is Lance from Upstate. So go subscribe, YouTube, Insta, Facebook, TikTok. I think Lance is on Twitter now. Just Google Lance from Upstate or Sammy the Kid. You'll find us both.
Absolutely. And thank you all so very much for all the love, all the love. Thank you, Sammy, for having me on this live here. This is pretty cool. We'll let you get to the gym. Lady Amber, that's awesome with your sobriety. I appreciate every one of y'all. We have some awesome people in this community. We really do, all together. Vibing with a tribe. This is our tribe right here. Electric Mayo, you're awesome. Our body, remember, our body is a temple. That's real. Our body's a temple. Our mind is a fortress. I pay with the facts, and you cannot afford this. No.
Hey, guys. I'm recruiting soldiers, okay? NomadSoldierArmy.com. That's my website. I've got merch. It isn't linked to the website yet. Nomad Soldier Army. I'm also on Instagram. It's a new page, but the website's live. The merch is live. If you guys want to purchase merch, the best way to follow everything I post is by adding me on Facebook. I am posting close to 30 times a day right now on Facebook. My name is Sam, S-A-M. Last name is Hovanec. Somebody comment this, okay? Comment it, and I'll try to pin it. Sam Hovanec, last name spelled H-O-V-A-N-E-C. H-O-V-A-N-E-C. I post there all day long. Lance is also on Facebook, Lance from Upstate. Thank you, Jess. I'll try to pin that comment. But go ahead and follow me on Facebook, guys. That's where the majority of my stuff is getting posted.
Yeah, and I just recently got a Facebook, and I think I had like 200 followers last week. This week I got 12,000. And TikTok, we just hit, 11 or 12,000 again. So just in the past 4 or 5 days, we've gained like 25,000 followers across different platforms. But I'm on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, close to 25,000 followers there. If y'all want to hit me up on YouTube, I'm going to be posting some longer form content on YouTube. I also put my live streams. So my past 3-hour live stream from Boston with Dragon Jedi and Batman, that whole live stream is posted up to my YouTube. So go check me out there, Lance from Upstate. I appreciate you, Sammy the Kid, Sam Hovanec, my homie, my brother. And this is our tribe, our cosmic family. And we're going to be doing all sorts of wild stuff here. So thank you, Cosmic Sister. Check out the YouTube. Just getting started on that. I have to work on my YouTube channel a little bit, but we're over 2,500 followers over there now. So I appreciate all the support. Yeah, no, Electric Mail, that was a crazy live. So thank you, Sam.
Yeah, no doubt. This was a great live. You guys, again, drop a comment. Tell me where you guys are from. We're going to be live again. Some of this live might be posted on the YouTube channel, so check us out there. And we're looking forward to doing some meet and greets with you guys soon because setting up a table and sitting down and actually having just real life conversations with you guys opposed to this stupid Black Mirror device in our hands, it's going to be pretty exciting. And I'll be doing, I think I'm going to offer photos with the two of us, Lance, because I'm a photographer and it'll be pretty cool to do meetups, get a professional photo taken with Lance from Upstate or Sammy the Kid. And you guys, if you've got any requests, right, content you want us to comb through, Bigfoot, aliens, extraterrestrials, right, that they come from the extra territory beyond the ice wall. That's why they're called extra territories. Drop it on our Facebook or our YouTube. We'll do a video on it. Lance and I will be launching a podcast very soon. Lance just got the mic and the entire setup, and that's currently my casa. That's my mansion right there. Food, Shelter, Water on YouTube. Sammy the Kid, if you guys want to follow my journey.
Absolutely. Awesome stuff. You heading into the gym, bro?
Yeah, I gotta go, dude. I haven't been in a few days, and if I don't, I'll get fat. We can't have that.
No. I was going to go meet up with Batman, but it's kind of chilly out here. We were going to go to Rhode Island, like I said, but we might do it tomorrow. We might go to a Rhode Island. I might do a live there tomorrow. I'm definitely going to be doing a live in a city somewhere close here. I'm in Massachusetts again right now, y'all. So I'm back in Mass. Not too far from Boston, about an hour from Boston. So definitely want to do another live. And this has been an awesome live, Sam. You should upload this.
Look, while we still have 40 people in here, I want everyone's thoughts. If you had to travel the country and you had to take a dog with you, what kind of dog would you guys bring?
That's a great question.
I'm in the market for a dog right now. What kind? And I'm not getting a little dog. Sorry, guys. Little dogs are out of the question. I need something that could, protect me.
I might have a prospect already, bro. His name is Thor, and he's a giant, like, black wolf-looking dog.
That's what I told you I'm getting, dude. I want to get a blacked out Malinois, dude. Just murdered out black.
Yeah,
I'm gonna name him Floyd.
Floyd?
I'm gonna get one, bro. He's gonna protect my camera gear and myself while I'm in national parks, dude.
No, absolutely, and that's Batman. I was just talking about you,
Batman. What up, bro, dude? Can we get him in the live?
Batman, yeah, Batman. Request to be a guest.
Let's get him in, baby. All right, staying live for a few more minutes.
Yo, BatmanRob, I was just talking about you. He has Nala, and he kept Nala in his van. When he went and traveled all over, and he's like, "This is the best security device you can have."
Well, dogs can pick up on the slightest sounds, frequencies, things that we can't sense. Dogs will sense. Batman, get in here, bro. Request, we'll get you in. How do I request? He says.
There's two little emoji or two little like figures should be at the bottom of your screen, Rob, like two little people. Click on that, and it'll be able to send a request. You see what I'm talking about down by the rose and the present? It's like a request button. $42 people watching.
Yeah, you guys rock, man. You guys rock. There's my YouTube channel, dude. NomadSoldierArmy.com if you guys want to go join the newsletter.
He should be good now.
Let's see. He says sent. I'm scrolling up. Nothing, bro. I don't have any invite from him. He says he sent it. Invite Brown to join as a guest. Nope. I'm looking for him, man. I got nothing. Send the invite again, Batman. Try to get in. Amy Sue or one of our moderators could probably help me get him in here. I don't even know how I got you in here, Lance.
Really?
Yeah.
Thank you for all the love that you're giving us all. Thank you so very much, fam. We appreciate you.
He said just canceled and resent. Oh, maybe it's this button right here. Hold on. Yeah, accept. There we go. Gee, sorry, Batman.
Batman!
Yo, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, bro.
Hey, what's up?
What's up,
bro?
How we doing? Come on.
Fantastic, bro.
I gotta figure out how to turn the camera on.
Yeah, get your camera on and give yourself a little introduction. Let us know where you're from, who you are, and what you do, bro.
Hold on. Give me a second. Still learning this shit. Hey, what's up, fellas?
There he is.
What's going on?
Batman, how's it going, brother?
Good. How you guys doing?
Fantastic, bro. About to
excellent.
Bring in this fake New Year.
Yeah, man. Don't mind my eye. I got a piece of oak stuck in there. I'm pretty sure in my right eye. I was just cutting some flooring, and a piece I think shot up in there. But yeah.
You didn't have your safety squints on?
Unfortunately, no. I was just using a jigsaw, dude. I wasn't really expecting things like that to be popping all over the place. But obviously, they go directly in my eye.
Bro, we were just talking about this on the live, how you only get one body, dude. One body. We need longevity. We need to protect it, dude. It's why we avoid the poisons, dude. We got to eat like Lance.
I know. I'm a firm believer that I'm Wolverine deep down. So it doesn't really matter what you do, bro. I'm still gonna heal.
You kind of look like him, dude. I can see.
Dude, back when I was hitting the gym like you every day, I kind of did. I was D's for a while. Right after I got sober, I was hitting the gym in an addictive fashion for about 6-7 years, and it wasn't until this last year that I actually stopped going, which that was actually part of my New Year's resolution, to be honest.
What's that? Go back to the gym?
Yeah, get back to the gym.
Bro, don't go, because all you guys come here in the first week of January, you make the gym busy as fuck.
Oh, dude, I used to hate us too, but I've never been that guy, so I can be that guy, bro. I used to be the regular.
I used to hate us too.
I used to be the regular every day that knew all the guys that worked there. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
Lance and I were just on a FaceTime, bro, and I'm like, dude, let's just go live for a minute. So I'm supposed to be at the gym working out, but I've just been dilly-dallying here. But, dude, let people know who you are, bro.
Oh yeah, what's up, guys? So I'm Batman 25 with 4 N's. I'm just started my YouTube account. I have a TikTok account, and I do a lot of just boots on the ground research and exploring different Tartarian structures and history, or his story as I like to call it. And yeah, man, like, follow, share. If you guys can check me out on TikTok, I've been doing it for a while now, about a year. I went on my road trip, started January 16th last year, man. That's when I left here. It was a Wednesday night.
Oh, Batman's awesome, bro. Batman's awesome. We have a good time together, Rob.
Oh, dude, we have a blast, man. I'm looking forward to the next adventure. That one at the Boston Public Library and all that shit was fucking wild.
Absolutely wild. I was just telling her that you and I were going to link up, and it's kind of chilly today, so we're postponing till mañana probably.
Yep. I even had my heated gloves that Dragon Jedi 44 gave me, dude, and it was still cold out there. So it was the wind. The wind is not nice right now.
Nah.
It's at that point where your face hurts. You know?
Yeah, it's 28 degrees here, dude, but it feels like it's 5. It's cool.
Exactly. Yeah, man. No, I don't even know. We got so many stops, dude, that I want to make, bro. Like all you guys, like we gotta get the whole caravan.
You need to be full time with us, Batman. You got to get that van, bro, and get on the road with us, bro.
I know, man. Oh, dude, I'm telling you, it's about that time. Like I said, I left like in 2 weeks. Basically, it was when I left last year, and that was mainly because I was just sick of the fucking cold, man. I was just like, I gotta get out of here, you know. So.
Yeah, I'm ready to be barefoot and shirtless somewhere, to be honest with you.
Guys, I just ordered Starlink for the truck. I got an oven on the way, dude. The oven burns anything organic, so I can burn leaves, sticks, twigs. The oven gets up to 500 degrees, really cool oven. Wow. I just got a new – I got all sorts of cooking systems and stuff. Lance and I are going to be – and you'll probably be with us half the time, Batman, but we'll be doing live streams while we're cooking in the woods and stuff, man. It's going to be sweet.
Dude, I'm down, bro. I'm down. Absolutely, man. Me and Nala, ready to go, bro.
I'm getting a dog, dude. That's what we were talking about right before you got in, dude. I need to get a dog before I leave.
That was what I first heard when I joined. Yeah. And I was trying to say the dog's got to choose you, man. Like you can't pick it first. You gotta just start looking, and one's gonna stand out, and you just gotta follow your gut, bro.
We got to ask the question again. If you guys had to take a dog with you across the United States to travel, do a road trip, what kind of dog are you taking? Big-hearted Peace Love says, Sam, get an African dog, an African dog, Assassin Terrier breed.
Assassin.
I know what's the one the African breed that's like called the Lion Hunter. That one's pretty. The Rhodesian Ridgeback. You guys ever seen those?
My brother had one of those. Yeah, but I like the long hair look, like a blacked out Malinois, dude.
Dude, the Malinois are awesome, man. I love those things.
But if they make dogs that are also assassins, dude, I'd like to travel with an assassin.
Well, you know what's funny is I used to have a boxer. Those were originally Assyrian war dogs. That's what they were like. You know, descendants of like the Assyrians used to use. Which why did we stop using war dogs, dude? How badass is that? You know?
We got robotic war dogs now.
Yeah, dude, for real. Thanks to was it Boston Dynamics? I think right here in my home state.
Fuck them.
Yep, dude. You guys watch Black Mirror, right?
No, I've heard of it. Yeah, Lance
dude, you gotta check it out, man. Like if there's any show that is telling us what their plans are. Like that robot dog was an episode probably like 10 years before it was really a thing.
Yep.
It's wild.
Well, now you can get them as a civilian, dude. Robotic dogs. It's just.
You see it a lot in Asian culture, dude. Like over in like China and stuff. Some of like a status, it's like a status symbol now is having like a massive robot bodyguard. Like I'm not even joking. Like some of these like billionaires over there in Asia have like massive like. What looks like something out of Avatar or something like that. You know what I mean?
No, thank you, bro. I want to be up in the mountains on a couple hundred.
Oh, for real?
Well, that dude that I met.
He froze. Did he freeze for you, Lance?
Yeah, he's frozen. Oh, there you're back, Sam.
I'm here. You guys didn't freeze once.
Oh, you did.
Weird.
Yeah, the guy that I've been hanging out with in the Hockomock. He had a 235-pound St. Bernard, a 185-pound Great Dane, and 2 elk hounds that he would run the swamp with him.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I get you.
I don't have. I'll have that many dogs when I have the castle or the ranch, the compound, but not in the freedom camper. Don't have enough room.
No, yeah, dude. Nala she was sold to me as an American bulldog, which I did like the DNA on her. Doesn't have a single speck of that in her, which I kind of knew, like because a lot of pit bulls are sold as other breeds. You know what I mean? She was a mutt though, so she's 13 different breeds, and she's mainly Staffordshire Terrier, which is the pit bull in her. She's like 50%, And then she's like tree walker coonhound, Labrador retriever, like Dogue de Bro or whatever, like that big French Mastiff thing. And like even like Boston Terrier. She had some Boston Terrier in her, like that little shit. I used to have one of those too. And, but yeah.
I gotta point this out, bro.
Yeah.
Our viewer count has raised at least 10 to 15, if not 20 people since you joined, and it's continued to stay around 60. I do attribute it to your voice, bro. You got a great voice and the accent's awesome. It would be awesome if you narrated like the introduction to our videos. And
dude, I love doing the intros, man. That's like one of my favorite parts of all my videos.
Yeah, bro,
man,
you got the voice for it, bro, and the accent is appealing, bro. People like it. I like it.
It goes very well down south. I'll tell you that. The ladies like it down there.
I can't wait to get you and Big T together with a Brooklyn accent and then your accent, bro.
Dude, nobody's going to be able to understand anything. AI is going to be having a fucking
dude, once we get to Texas and we get Scotty from Scotland together, too. You've talked to Scotty. He's got a thick Scottish accent, bro.
Wait, which one's Scotty? Is that, what's
Scotty,
his...
unfortunately, he's not much of a truth seeker, but he's got a really cool charcuterie board business in Killeen, Texas.
Oh,
it's
that's
called
cool.
Grace Craze.
He actually makes the charcuterie boards, or like that?
If you checked out Grace Craze, it's a franchise, but he's an owner of one of them.
That's cool.
But dude, he'll take care of us when we go down. But I'm trying to dude, I'd love to have you, Batman. But Lance and I are going to be going to Staccato Ranch to go shoot some steel targets in Texas. Hopefully, April, maybe May. But dude, it's going to be a really cool episode. I've got 2 Staccato Ranch episodes on my YouTube, but I'll just put it this way, dude. Staccato Ranch, if you use their restrooms, there's floss picks, mouthwash, disposable beard brushes and stuff. I mean, dude, it's like a 5-star hotel for shooting firearms. It'll be a good time for all of us.
Is there a way? Can I reverse the camera on this thing when I'm doing this?
Yeah,
again, right? You see that, dude? That's
those are the roots you were talking about.
Yeah, that's what I was doing when I got this piece of wood in my eye. But yeah, see, I was jigging these out.
Midwest.
It's gonna look. It's gonna kind of look like a sun or something like that. But like, it's gonna be. You see all the root, like the tentacles right there, right?
That is so cool.
Isn't
See, they got a whole cedar tree in his house. Like,
yeah, bro, that's holding up my whole roof line. That thing.
Yep. And he's got a cedar tree and an oak tree in his eye.
Yep, yeah, a piece of those 1-inch oak treads right there that I took out of some millionaire's house in Duxbury. Yep.
How about everyone in the comments, all the guys in the chat, everyone in the chat, drop your favorite conspiracy or something you guys want to hear our take on. Because Batman's in the chat now. He might have a different view on some of this stuff.
Yo, can we talk about this Brown University situation for a second? Like they're sweeping under the rug real quick. Like I don't know if you guys noticed that, but like, so you guys saw obviously the shooting that occurred at Brown University, right? And then the guy ended up being the same dude that killed the MIT professor that was an expert on nuclear fusion up in Boston. And then they found him in a Connex trailer, or a storage shed or something like that in New Hampshire. Like, and he had killed himself, and he happened to keep both weapons on him from both separate shootings because like they were.
Yeah, it makes no sense,
right?
It makes no sense.
It's and like the fact that he shot up the engineering department at Brown, which like that's also where they do a lot of the similar research that he was involved in with that guy from MIT, who's also, I think, was anyway, like highly paid by a lot of like private organizations, like for some of his research.
So I'll be totally straightforward with you, man. I don't have a whole lot of info on this Brown University shooting.
Yeah.
I've seen some stuff on it. And again, right, they spoon feed all this information. So by design, they've wanted us to get to this point where there's 60 people in the chat and we're all talking about it, right? Because we're giving it energy. I'm sure you saw this daycare situation that just took place. And I'm laughing with Lance a little while ago.
Wait, the Minneapolis one? Was that the Minneapolis one that I saw?
Is it the daycare that was getting tax-paying funding?
Yeah.
$2 million a year. Yeah, and they left a letter out of the sign, bro. That's how crazy this is. Because here's the thing. We're very simple-minded people, most humans, right? The majority of the people in this chat right now aren't simple-minded, right? They can question the narrative. They're truth seekers. They somehow got into this live and they're like, okay, these guys are talking about something pretty intriguing, okay? But most people are simple-minded. They're drinking fucking Mountain Dew with breakfast and they're eating fast food. They have a low vibration. So when they hear something like, oh yeah, did you hear they left a letter out of the daycare sign? It said Leering Center, not learning. I mean, you can't make that shit up. So it's it's very spoon-fed stuff. Again, it preys on our emotions.
Well, that's kind of what I'm getting at, dude. Like, it's all like it's so orchestrated. It's wild. Like the guy that like supposedly identified the shooter from Brown was just some homeless guy hanging out on Brown's campus in the middle of the quad. Like, have you ever been to one of those Ivy League schools? Like when there's like class in session, like they're not allowing that, dude. There's security everywhere. There's no camera footage from any of the angles, like of this guy supposedly unloading in broad daylight, dude, in the middle of a quad of one of the more high tech, Ivy League universities in the country. And like, I went to a small Ivy up in Maine, dude, and we had cameras everywhere back in the early 2000s. You know what I'm saying? This is 25 years later. So, since I was in college. Like, you're telling me they don't have a single angle with this guy, and yet a homeless guy named John with no last name, like, is the one that identifies him? And then he blows his brains out in New Hampshire, dude, and nobody was onto his fucking trail. That's what really drives me crazy. Is like, why would he do that? Like, this guy went to so much effort to, like, cover all his tracks. We used a undisclosed cell phone with no number, the traceable number, avoided cameras, and then he kills himself when no one would have found him in the woods of New Hampshire, dude. You know what I mean?
Well, maybe. But again, and sometimes what they do is they'll find someone, they'll threaten them. Hey, man, we're going to either A, put these files on your phone and arrest you and put you in jail, or B, you can go do this for us. Get in this van and drive it into this. Drive it here. So some people get threatened. Some people are coerced or paid. Some people might sign up for this stuff. And I think very few people are actually this evil to go do these certain tasks, right? There's people that say
orchestrated shit, man. That's what I'm trying to get at. Like, it wasn't a one-man show. Yeah.
It's to prey on our emotions, but bro, it goes all the way back to the fucking Titanic, Pearl Harbor, 9/11, Sandy Hook.
You ever see that shit about who was on the Titanic? Like the guys
against, dude, everyone that was opposed to the Federal Reserve.
The Federal Reserve, yeah.
That's it. It's too easy, bro. It's really simple, right?
I know.
And people are like, oh, it's all about the money. It's really not all about the money. Maybe then it was. Today it's not, right? Today the money's printed, right? There's no value. It's still about gold and silver and oil and precious metals. It's why we're probably going to go to war with Venezuela. There's turmoil there right now.
It's about
oil
power,
reserves.
It's about power.
Yep. And for the people that don't know, right, free energy is real. Ether was discovered. It was taken off of our periodic table of elements, and that's how free energy in a lot of our old world architecture was created. There's free energy, but they've taken it from us.
Yep. Ether with the AE, the AETH.
With the A. Can you hear me still?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right, because I turned my truck on to get the heat cranking. I've been sitting on it's got kind of cold out here, so I just wanted to make sure you guys can hear me still.
Yep, loud and clear, baby.
Yep.
Yeah. Ether. Well, that goes, dude. I know that you and I didn't necessarily see eye to eye about it, talking about the ether and the telephone poles, but there's a reason why they keep the poles above ground, the telephone poles with all the.
Well, not all of them. There's a lot that are buried.
And there's a lot above the ground, though. And they do it on purpose. A, because then they break, and then the corporations have to go and fix them. But I really do think that some of these transducers, some of these conductors, they're pulling stuff out of the atmosphere. It's high enough to where they will be pulling out the ether energy right directly to the lines. And
1,000%, Lance. I've videotaped evidence of it on a lot of places that like just random power structures with transformers that have no business being there. Like and they're always based at the foot or the center of a lot of these like massive stone structures, like whether it be a building or some of these massive mounds of rocks of pudding stone or granite or whatever. And I've filmed several different versions of what there's no other logical explanation other than some type of like primitive energy conductor of some sort, like, and at several places. Like I saw one, it was like 6 different. This was at Borderland Park in Easton, and it like you could confuse it for like a clothesline, but picture it like with like all the actual posts were granite obelisks, right? And it had an iron rod that connected all 5 in a row, and there were they were spaced apart. There were 2 separate rows of these, right? And there was no explanation for those, dude. These massive monolithic granite stones were multi-ton, like, and this was supposedly just somebody's mansion estate, like the Ameses, and in Easton, and like right above it, dude. Like if you looked, there's the only transformer on the property. The property's got to be like 650 acres. I'm not even exaggerating. Like this is the only transformer. Just happens to be right in the middle of those.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like you see a lot of that stuff. Like it's like once you start to notice.
I think they're pulling it straight out, and then also with the different stone and the different brick is piezoelectric, so it holds and can discharge a charge.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's also very important to remind, or at least, advise the viewers, our creator, whoever put us here, whoever designed us, whether he's in a lab coat or he's in a gown, whoever he or she, it, whatever, they've given us everything we need right outside our doorstep, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everything from medicine with the sun and the earth grounding, right, to food, to items like berries, strawberries, blueberries. I mean, beautiful dessert. Because we all get a sweet tooth, I feel. And when I do parasite cleanses, I don't get them, right? And we've been trained to eat this crazy processed sugary stuff, but everything that we need is right outside our door.
Mm-hmm.
He wouldn't have forgotten electricity. He wouldn't have forgot free energy. And there's always hydropower, which we seldomly see, which is like 80% efficient, far more efficient than wind or solar.
And we're just starting to learn the true power of water, dude. Like you guys have seen, like that scientist over in Asia that's been studying, how water has memory for fucking decades now, and like, it can literally read. You know what I mean? Like it can read a piece of paper that he writes a word on, and like
he'll write like love, put the glass over it like that, and then when he puts it in the freezer, the paper will say the word love.
Yes.
Well,
and then
I talk to my water. I know it sounds wild, but I talk to my water, tell it I love it, and tell it to make me strong and cleanse my body. Like I talk to it, and if you show your water and your food love and appreciation, like it's better for your body. That's crazy.
It all goes back.
There's nothing crazy about that, dude. Like the more research you do, dude, the more you confirm that that's actually more accurate than just ignoring the fact that it's a conscious being. You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah, the reason we bless our food, guys, is because our food, we have water in all of our food, right? The majority. I don't think like cashews or pecans have water, but the majority of our food has water, which holds memory, right? Which is sentient. It's self-aware. So if we bless our food, I manifest to my food. I'll speak to my water. I'll speak to my joint before I light it, and I'll say, thank you, I love you. Thank you for health. Thank you for strength. Or I'll manifest, my followers or me finding the right people. I want people to find our channel, guys. The 3 of us should be doing this full-time because we're, and Logan too, but we're all open-minded. The 3 of us, like if I said, Lance, guess what? The Earth's really a ball. Here's proof. Lance would be like, really, Sammy? What do you have? And I feel like Batman, you'd be the same way. We could be doing this and will be doing this full-time.
Yeah, no, my opinions change on the daily. That's why I try to avoid like jumping to conclusions on a lot of things. Like the only like I would say concrete conclusion I can pretty confidently say is that we've been lied to about primarily everything in our entire lives since we were children. So like, it's like, that's pretty much all I know. Like, I don't know much more than that, but like, if you guys ever heard the story of Socrates and how he became named like the wisest person on earth, that was because he was the only one that they interviewed that said like he wasn't. You know what I mean? Like, it's when you know what you don't know that truly makes
what you don't know.
Exactly, man. But it's knowing what you don't fucking know. You know what I mean? Like, that's the thing. It's like, I'm aware of all the things I don't know. So it's like that's why it's hard for me to like really say this is definitively happening or this definitively happened. And like, I'm more than open to hearing any type of alternative viewpoint,
With some stuff, I'm very open as well, but I get into discussions and debates with people all the time. And one thing I'll always revert to when they're like, well, we really don't know anything. We don't really know anything. Nothing's real. Nothing's true. And I'll go, okay, well, am I having a conversation with you right now? And then they'll be like, well, are we having a no, we're having a fucking conversation. The 3 of us are live streaming right now. Mm-hmm. And I've learned that some people will be pretty malicious or passive aggressive when having a red pill conversation. If they don't want to wake up, if there's a block, if there's something attached to them, if there's some block that's like, no, and maybe it's just cognitive dissonance or a calcified pineal gland, but there's people out there that they refuse to wake up. They refuse. They don't want to. They're not chosen. I don't think. I think we're chosen ones.
No, yeah. I mean, you guys have probably all heard like the NPC, theory and stuff like that, right? I don't. I'm not sure that I completely agree with it, but we've all interacted with those folks for sure. Whether or not like it's just a timing issue, and that maybe that they'll be, open to, different viewpoints at some point in their timeline. I'm not to say, but like I've certainly encountered a lot of people where it's very clear, like in the first 30 seconds of talking to them, being like, all right, I can't really talk to this guy because he's not listening. So like, how do you have a conversation with somebody that can't listen? It's impossible. You know what I mean? So and of the people you're talking about are we used to say it in the AA halls, like it's time to take the cotton out of your ears and put it in your mouth, is what they used to tell us as addicts. Like, you know what I mean? Yep. But like that's what a lot of people, need to do themselves.
Yeah, and I think just again, you're either chosen or you're not. You're chosen to stay awake, you're chosen to stay asleep, or you're chosen to wake up. I don't think there's any gray area there. Again, with good and bad people, same thing. I think there's good people on this earth, and I think there's bad people on this earth. There's no in between, bro. Like a serial killer, I feel like he was born a bad person. It doesn't matter what he did at the beginning of his life. Some people are really good, some people are really bad. And we pick up on that energy, right? We're chosen.
We definitely pick up on that. I don't know if I agree with that though, Sammy, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't know I think that people are inherently good, but they're made bad by certain
I think like there's good people that do bad things all the time, or vice versa too.
Give me an example.
Like killing somebody to protect your family. Or stealing or stealing to feed your family. You know what I mean?
Like a good person,
these are ethical they're ethical questions though, and like I also I also from a person that was in addiction and like did some pretty shitty things when I was in addiction, you know what I mean? Like things that I'm not proud of, but I'll certainly admit to today. But it caused me as a person to really kind of do some serious self-reflecting on who I was. And like, I don't know if you're familiar with Carl Jung, the psychologist, the psychiatrist. But like he came up with the whole idea of the dark shadow, meaning that like we all have like basically the capability of good and evil in us. And like, in order for you to really be a good person, in order for you to truly be a good person, you have to first come to terms with that dark shadow. Like if you have to be capable of evil in order to be able to be good. Otherwise, you just are. You know what I'm saying?
I believe, I do 100% know what you're saying. And I believe in the yin and the yang, right? Good and bad, bad versus evil, right? Rain versus sun. But again, when you started to tell me examples, you said there's good people that do bad things. And I would agree with you. I would agree that a good person would protect his family and take a life if need be, because I would. A good person would steal to feed his family because I would. I'm not saying I'm a good person. Maybe I'm not. I try to be a good person.
You're a good person, Sammy. You can tell. Like, it's not hard to tell when you're talking to somebody. You know what I'm saying?
And I think the same of both you guys. I have probably this many friends. You guys are more brothers to me than friends. I have a very small circle, but it's because I want to be real. I don't want to be fake around anyone. I hate being fake.
I don't have time for fakeness anymore. I'm too old for that shit, dude. Too old for that shit. Absolutely. But I kind of agree with Lance though. Like I think we all are kind of inherently good in the beginning, dude. Like I'm kind of like that nature versus nurture person. Like whereas like, the nurture piece is usually far more traumatic to us than the nature. Like as far as like what leads us to do some of the things that we do and make the terrible decisions that a lot of us do. And whether or not that's we're victims of circumstance, or if that's just like genetically embedded in some folks, like just to follow that path. I don't know. Like it's hard for me to say because I've witnessed, dude, like in the halls and like having been in sobriety and in recovery for as long as I have now. Like I've witnessed some guys have done some pretty nasty shit, dude, turn into some awesome people, like in front of my own eyes. You know what I mean? Like that ended up saving a lot of lives. And like it's hard for me to say that it's one or the other. I'm more that yin yang kind of perspective. Like there's a little bit of good and all that, And
that's why I'm saying there's no in between. Like I don't think that there's somebody who's, and I've met people that are on the fence about, I wouldn't even say they're on the fence, but they disregard flat earth, but they're aware the government is lying about everything, but they draw the line at NASA, right? And that to me is somebody who's not a chosen one. They're not chosen to wake up to truth.
And again, they're just not ready yet. You know what I mean? There's plenty of times you have a conversation with somebody and they can't wrap their head around it. And then 3 months later, they'll come to me and be like, "Bro, you were right." And the cognitive dissonance is a thing. And like when you're challenging people's belief systems, their entire lives to their face, and they're like, "No, you're crazy." You just gotta take it and say, "Okay, well, let me think I'm crazy, and I'll talk to you in a couple months when you find the truth out."
Dude, the flat Earth thing, that was a hard pill for me to swallow.
That was a hard one for me, too, bro.
I don't think it was easy for anybody.
I know, but then I started listening. You know what I mean? Like, 'cause, like he said, like that cognitive dissonance thing. Like, I was blocking that shit out because I didn't even want to hear it. I just thought you were a fucking loon based off like hearsay. You know what I mean? Based off nonsensical hearsay from other people that were talking about the topic that had no clue either because they didn't listen. You know what I mean? And it's like it's hard to like kind of break that boundary and like that and like the moon landing were like the two of the things. Like the moon landing was one of the first things I was like, all right, that's bullshit. And then like the same guy that introduced me to the moon landing started introducing me to the flat Earth thing. And I was like, I don't know yet. I'm not sure I'm going to buy into that yet. Like, and then I started listening to more people and like, the proof is in the pudding, as they say, man. Like
proof is in the pudding.
I want to read just a few comments. Amy Sue says, most of us have gone through extremely difficult things in life. I'm thankful for it now. Awaken me. I think the three of us would all agree we've been through some crazy stuff, and it's shined our armor, right? Jeffrey, this is great. Jeffrey states, yeah, Lance, you plant the seed. Sometimes they see that stuff bloom later, and it's true. Planting the seed, it's a very important thing to do. Yeah,
no, it's funny you say that because I actually just had a very I guess pretty accurate situation happen with one of my best friends, like one of the few of my circle. Like I have like a 5-dude circle. We've all been boys since we were, like 12 years old, basically. And he's open-minded, but he's also very closed-minded about certain things, right? And like he was the one that was like arguing with me about chemtrails. Like he was like, "Oh, they're comtrails. They're not chemtrails." I was like, "No, that's what they used to call them, dude. That's what they used to call them before we finally learned what it actually was." And I was like, and we were walking around a park just smoking a bone one day. He was showing me like this old bunker and the Weymouth Air Force Base, which the old abandoned Weymouth Naval Base, which we should check out while you're in Masslands. That place is wild.
Let's go, bro.
Yeah, man. But it's huge. It's hundreds of acres, bro. Lots of underground bunkers and all kinds of weird shit that's just, just laying out in the open in a public park now. But anyway, so we were talking about the chemtrails. I was like, you'll see it in the sky now. I was like, you'll notice the difference. Like these guys, they like to make the X. Like that's one of the things I always notice. Like they always do the cross in the air. And as I was saying that, dude, right in front of our faces, the guy drove by, made a perfect X on an already existing chemtrail, just made the perfect 45, like he was playing tic-tac-toe in the sky. And, just further proved my point. And like, he kind of was like, wow, he's like, you're not lying. I was like, no, dude, I'm not. I was like, just pay attention, just open your eyes.
So you're bringing up chemtrails, right? And this goes along the lines of what I was stating a minute ago.
For entertainment and educational purposes only, we're talking about this for a fan-fictional novel for the TikTok shop. Just FYI.
Yeah, I'm writing a book.
Yeah, we're writing a book.
So I think this. I totally lost my train of thought. Where was I going? Totally lost it. I thought of something.
You said chemtrails.
You said chemtrails. I just wanted, because we start talking about this. This is what I'm just letting you know from experience.
This goes along with people that are designed to wake up and people that are designed to stay asleep. And this is where I've grown this theory. A guy I used to ride motorcycles with, right? We'd be riding, we'd have comms in our helmet, and I'd be like, oh, here they go, spraying the sky. I'm like, by the time we get back to this area or whatever, it'll be a white sky. And this guy used to get pissed off in the headset. We were riding like crazy and we're talking shit to each other. He'd get so pissed off that I talk about chemtrails. And the last time I ever fucking talked to this guy, I was in Kennebunk, Maine at my old apartment, and I said something about chemtrails again. We hadn't ridden in about a year, but we remained friends. And he used to always use the analogy, it's like pissing in a Olympic-sized swimming pool. There's no way it would ever be able to. That's how big the Earth is, right? Because this big globe model, we're all so tiny and minuscule, and we're these tiny little insignificant beings that use 10% of our brain. No, it's not that. We're very significant. We are the center of the universe. We're very big. We use 100% of our brain. And the last thing I said to him, because he told me this, I never heard it before, and Batman, you mentioned it. You don't know what you don't know. And he said, oh, fuck you. And he hung up on me, bro. And he's somebody who can't think for himself or think maybe he's been lied to about something. My most recent video was just about, I've been lied to by women I used to think I'd marry, have kids with, continue my bloodline with, bro. They've lied to me. My family members have lied to me. The government certainly will fucking lie to you. So
Yo,
with the
shout out
chemtrail
to
ones,
Jeffrey real quick about Allegory of the Cave, man. If you guys aren't familiar with that, Plato's Allegory of the Cave, check that shit out. That will open your eyes to a lot of stuff that we're talking about. Correct. Yeah. Sorry. Didn't mean to interrupt you.
no, you're fine. All I was saying was, if I speak to a friend or an acquaintance, somebody I just met or somebody I've known for years, and they say, "Oh, chemtrails aren't fucking real," and I go, "Here, watch this." The Dimming on YouTube by Dane Wigington, geoengineeringwatch.org. This guy's got a 90-minute video. It shows lieutenant colonels from the Air Force explaining why we're weather manipulating and cloud seeding using geoengineering practices, aerosol injection into the clouds. And they show, I mean, how Dubai was flooded a few years ago because they overseeded, bro. So if somebody can't go, oh, wait, you have a video on that? Oh, wait, it's got this many million views, and understand that there's irrefutable public evidence, then that's where I pump the brakes, and I have no interest in talking to. So I don't care about the football game that's coming on Sunday. I don't care about the new McDonald's Grinch meal everyone's posting. We're such consumers, man. At least they are.
Oh yeah, no, I think we talked about it briefly, and we got in a little. I think we started to have some technical difficulties when we did the last time. But there's a couple that I'm researching that they own electrical charging stations that they plant at all the municipal airports, and the only things using these electrical charging stations, they're not commuter planes or commercial passenger planes like we know. These are drones that are flying around our skies on a daily basis. That's what they're charging up at these charging stations. Beta Technologies out of Vermont is the one that I'm talking about. That is
Burlington, right?
Yeah, out of Burlington. They have a charging station the next town over from me, over in Marshfield Municipal Airport, which I plan on checking out. And I want to do a little investigating and see how many of these planes that are manless. They got to be, I'm assuming, like, if they're electrical, I mean, I can't imagine they can carry a lot of weight yet.
Well, we were talking about this on the Vibe with the Tribe, how they're drones, just like in the military, like the Predator drones that were being flown in Afghanistan when I was overseas. They were flying them from Nevada. And I think that a lot of the stuff that's going on with the cloud seeding are drones. But with Sammy's camera, the P1100, if we went up there and we saw them spraying and we could figure it out, Rob and I were talking about this, Sammy. We'll go and confront them. We'll walk right up to them and we'll record it, bro. Let's put the Insta360 Go on and we'll start confronting these pilots.
I'll take their fucking sneakers from them. I'll take their fucking shoes.
If anybody deserves to be doxxed, dude, it's those motherfuckers. I'm sorry, bro. Like, I know they're just puppets,
their family.
but like, still, like that there's got to be a moral component to that, dude.
Yeah, no, and all three of us. Imagine the three of us walking in and be like, "I want to speak to the pilot. Let's go."
That's what I'm saying. I want to be like, "Yo, how many passes do you do a day? Like, is this like how many on a weekly basis? How much are you getting annually?"
Well, it might just be all AI right now, guys. They might just fill up canisters and send out unmanned drones.
And I think that's a big part of it. I really do think that they're unmanned aerial vehicles, they're drones, and they're being controlled that way. And everything can literally be done by AI, and they wouldn't have to have a human touch anything other than whatever gatekeeper is holding the secret, the point man, the Masonic point man that's arranging everything.
Yep, the Steven.
You know what's really freaky, dude? So the creator of Call of Duty recently just got into a bad car wreck. Died, and this one really bugged me out, right? Because I know I'm a target. We're probably all three targets, and but we're divinely protected, right? And this guy who created Call of Duty used to drive his Ferrari down the same road all the time, bro. And there's a video, and we know how torquey a Ferrari is, right? Dude, this thing is fucking launching out of a tunnel sideways, doing like a $130 or a $140, still accelerating, goes right into a fucking cliff or like a rock ledge. Guy died. Ferrari's in pieces. And I saw a video the other day, and it doesn't make it true, but I already know how smart this truck is, right? If I open up my door like this when it's in drive, bro, it won't unless I put it in neutral first. The shifter goes click in the park, okay? What makes people think that the steering wheel can't spin itself, or these accelerator or deaccelerator pedals can't control themselves also?
Didn't that happen to Romney's sister-in-law? I'm pretty sure that's how she died.
A second restriction on this live? We're doing great.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say, I mean, even before I got into the Romney thing, you know, like, I don't know if you guys are familiar about that, but like, I think he might have two sister-in-laws that recently met tragic ends in unfortunate ways. One of them whose car took over and like drove them into a lake and they drowned. And they happen to be, I think, part owner of that shipping container company that, remember the barge situation in Baltimore when that thing hit
the green. The bridge.
The thing hit the bridge, and then the FBI took over the sub and shit, and like they wouldn't let any of the like the people that were on board leave for a week or a week and a half. Like they were interrogating them the whole time. But
Like,
that was supposedly
the bridge,
she was part owner of
the
that.
guy
And,
who
like
wrote
her Tesla drove into a lake, dude. I think if I'm correct, and I think another one of his sister-in-laws, if not, maybe I could be confusing the two stories. I'm sure somebody will correct me, but somebody just took a nosedive off a parking garage. Just jumped. One of them just jumped off a parking garage.
Man. But here's the thing: I'm a martyr, bro. So if they take me out, I'm here for it. I'm ready for it, and my creator is allowing it. So take me home.
That's it, man.
I'm here for it.
Yep.
I'll never shut up, bro. You can torture me.
You're just graduating to the next level, man. This one, you know.
Yeah, man. It's gonna be good too.
To the next level, yeah, for sure.
Well, hey guys, why don't you drop your ats? Tell us who you are, what you do, how to find you, and we'll wrap up this live.
Go ahead, Lance.
Let's start with you. Let's go ahead, Lance.
Listen, y'all, I just want to say that this has been awesome for a spur of the moment live, and I got to speak with Sammy and my homie Rob, Batman. We have some awesome people in the comments. This has been so cool. I love y'all so very much. But I'm Lance from Upstate. You can find me on all platforms as Lance from Upstate. We're going to be doing more stuff together, the three of us for sure. And just like Sammy said, got the gear, getting the podcast set up, and we won't have any restrictions there. So we're going to have real conversations. The three of us. We're going to bring in other people from the crowd here because y'all are awesome. So thank you. And thank you, Sammy. Rob, I'm so glad that we got to chat, and I'll be seeing you tomorrow for sure, homie.
Yeah, brother. We got some adventuring to do. All of us do. Yeah, looking forward to it, bro. But yeah,
All right, Batman, who are you?
I'm Batman 25 with 4 N's. I just started the YouTube. All 3 of my videos have been blocked so far on that one. So I got to figure out that
music. Is it the music, Rob?
Yeah, I think it is. It's all copyright shit. Yeah.
Hey, when the three of us link up, I'll get my cameras out. We'll get some new headshots, some good content and whatnot. And we'll clean up our accounts, and we got to all get on a website together too. Just so we're
for real, man. Yeah, I got to get some merch too. I got a bunch of slogans already in the old dome piece.
It's so easy, bro. I can help you with it. It's too easy.
Yeah. I'm Batman, and so can you is one of my. It's going to be my leading ones. I'm stealing that from one of the guys I've read. But anyway.
Yeah, well, dude. I'll be taking some of my PTO and using it up here. So, we'll all link up at least within the month of January, the 3 of us. If you guys want to know where to find me or these 2 guys, you can always find them on my YouTube channel. I'm BatmanRob on YouTube. I'm living out of my truck. That's my freedom camper. I'm planning to travel with Lance and Batman across all 50 states, and we're going to keep bringing you guys truth that gets constantly shadow banned. So if you want to find us or follow us without any banning or monetization, nomadsoldierarmy.com is where to find all 3 of us. And follow Batman if you haven't yet, because we don't get him on the live all the time. Lance, you guys know who Lance is. Lance from Upstate.
44,000 hearts, Sammy. 44,000 hearts.
We did good, guys.
Awesome.
Hey, it was a pleasure, fellas.
Thanks for getting in here. I'm Sammy the Kid with Food-Shelter-Water, reminding you guys that your government is lying to you. The sky is literally the limit, and the earth is flat and stationary. You guys have a good night and a happy new year. Be safe.
Love y'all.
Hey, guys. Happy New Year.